Hey, peace and blessings, family.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing on this Sunday?
Okay, I want to make sure I can hear you, Sister Khadijah. I couldn't hear you for a minute, but I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. You're
Okay,
you
cool.
good. You're good. So, how you doing, sis? Welcome to Sunday Sit with Sisters.
Hey, you know what? I'm doing really good, really, really good. Had a good Saturday. Had a good week, period. Yeah, good week. Transitioning some things in my life, so getting ready for this transition, so that's exciting. Had a good little paint and bingo soiree yesterday. Was really good, and went to church today for a few minutes. When I went to church, it reminded me why I don't go to church. So I ain't even gonna get into that. But yeah, I went to church for about 20
Oh no,
minutes.
I
So
want to hear
30
about the paint and sip, and I want to hear about church, among other things
Well,
for
the
me.
paint and sip was awesome. It wasn't a paint and sip really, it was a paint and bingo because we wasn't really sipping on nothing really, but water.
All right.
But that's a sipping still. But yeah, we talked. It was just a group of women, black women from different backgrounds and different ages. Some married, some not, and we just had a really good discussion. So I thought that was absolutely awesome, and it was just a good to sit around some black women and to have a healthy conversation where no ego was involved, nobody trying to preach to nobody, nobody trying to put nobody down. It was just a really good, safe space to talk about what everyone to talk about. So I thought that was super dope. So I really, really enjoyed that. Looking forward to doing that again. Um, and in church today was cool. I mean, I'm not really into church people. I go for the word, but sometimes you could walk into a church and it's not welcoming and spirits don't sit right with me. I didn't yell bingo. You know what? We started talking. It was a relationship bingo, so we would pick something, Tiffany, and then we would discuss it. So we've never even finished the bingo game because the discussion was just that good. But anyway, yeah, I went to church today, and just not very welcoming. Some of the congregation, you know how they say get up and hug somebody, or say hi to your neighbor and all that. And people wasn't really coming. It took for the first lady to say on the mic to come hug me, and I'm like, don't want it. Mm-mm. I did the old school thing. Mm-mm, I don't want it. I don't want it. And it's just disheartening that you in supposedly in the house of the Lord, but people still are in there with some bullshit. And once a thing about me, once my energy is off, I can't even hear the sermon. So it was no need for me to sit there and waste my time because I was already turned off. And so all of my learning ears was cut the fuck off. I was just like, it's a wrap, I'm out of here. So, you know, I'd rather watch it on TV or on YouTube rather than sit around a fake congregation. I can't do it, won't do it, not gonna do it. How was your week, player?
Mhm. It was great. It's I'm always grateful for my week. Like I'm getting closer to the summertime, and I'm looking forward to scaling back a
Yes.
little bit for the summer, and some transitioning happening. But it's all every day for me in life is transition. So I'm just grateful to be alive and be able to embrace it. So that makes me feel good. But this week, I'll be honest, I've been having some real hard conversations. So I'm a class peer, so I'm working in like 15 different schools, and I get to work with black girls. And this week was, they shared some stuff that kind of got me shook. And um, and this is funny because you know how like I work in different parts of the city. So I'm in Cadova, the Folsom Cadova Unified School District, and I'm over in Sac City Unified School District, and I'm in Elk Grove School District. You know what I mean? And, everything's SCOEs and Junior Hall and you name it, right? So today, last week we did this thing where the girls had to sit in a circle if one of the questions was a lot of questions. If you would date interracially, come sit, in the circle. And so my school in Cadova area, two girls sat in there, out of like 15 girls, two girls sat in. And when I asked them why they were not dating interracially, they said that they want someone who knew their culture and they wanted to be with someone who looked like themselves. That was their answer, right? Then when I asked the other girls to join in, they said they would date everybody but someone who was black or something like that. And when I asked one girl to explain with her beautiful chocolate self, she went out her way to tell me that she would date a Mexican, an Asian, and a light skin. Now this little sister was chocolate. So I said back to her, if you were that dark skinned guy, do you think he would date you? whole conversation shifted because she wasn't ready for that. And so and what I love when there's other young people that can help young people grow. So don't be just coming from me. But one of the girls was saying, usually when dudes know you don't like they like yourself, that's when they start abusing you, especially if they really don't care for you. Just like really good advice. So when I got over to the South area, now I have a bunch of girls, like 30 girls in that class, right? And when I asked that same question, nobody said, would you not date interracially? And they were like, no, whatever. And then when some of the girls, you only had 6 for 10, got into the center, and I asked them like, why would they not want to date? Would they need them date a black man? None of them put their hands up. So I said, why would you not? And this girl said something that made me think, and I felt like I got to talk to black women because as much as we are experts or whatever the hell we want to come up with, we also have a way of like brushing off what the fuck people are feeling. So the young sister basically told me, she said, I don't want to date no black man because I see how men treat my mama and her relationships. I see how my uncle treat their women. My brothers don't date black women, but they not good men. But then she said, so she said, I don't want to date them because I don't think they're really good people. Then she said, but I do want to have some all black babies. So I said, are you saying to me, because my job is to reflect, are you saying to me that you would want to have some all black babies, but you don't want to have a relationship with
Minus the
black men?
man.
And she said, yes. She said, my mom told me that to make sure I have black children. And Khadijah, I didn't say this sister self-hating. So we go into all these antics as adults. But let's link what the fuck she said. Because if I'm in an environment and I don't see men being positive, what make me want to fuck with one? Ain't
Mhm.
my job to
And like
brainwash
I
her
was
or to
telling
make her feel bad, huh?
and like I was telling you when you shared this with me, put it back in. When you shared it with me, I was watching some podcasts on YouTube, and there were grown black women, like 35
Mm,
plus, and a couple of them said I just got with the man to have my child, but I don't want the baggage and trauma that come with dating a black man. So they was
that's deep.
willing to be single parents. They wanted the black child, but they didn't want to put up with the bullshit, the all the side effects that come with having damaged black men. Because we got good black men, but we have a lot of damaged black men, and they didn't want them. You know what I mean? And some of them it was directly linked to the type of men that their mothers and their aunts and women in their family chose, and in their
Yep,
community chose, and they just did not want it. And like I had said before a few episodes back,
that's deep.
at one point in my life, I never wanted to be married. It was never in my plans to be married because I had been in so many weddings. I have seen so many marriages um, diminish. The men have good women and run their ass to the ground, and and I was like, yeah, I'm not going through any of that. Never. I didn't say I did. I wasn't even gonna have no kids. I was just gonna be like Josephine Baker, adopt tell a kid. That was my whole plan. But it's very common now for women to just be like, give me the baby and go. Like, I don't want you. And that's crazy to me. I can understand what they saying because I wouldn't. Who wants to be in an abusive relationship or what you think is going to be abuse? You know.
Right.
So I get that part, but it's sad that these young girls are willing to become
Feeling
single
like that.
parents or one parent households all because of a man, like because of the selection of men that are there. And speaking to Dark, she probably was chocolate because how many brothers was really probably trying to holler at her because she chocolate? She don't have a choice
Yeah.
but to go outside of her race. I have a son that is very dark skinned. Black girls don't pay him no attention, and the ones that do is not nobody he bringing the fuck home to me. But there are a lot of Asian girls and Mexican girls that be trying to holler at him because he's quiet as the well about his business. He's not what the status quo is for young black girls now. He's not loud. He's not gonna call you the B word. His pants ain't sagging. I'm not trying to be rude, but that's what a lot of young girls are attracted to now, sadly, because that's just what they see. So yeah, I feel bad for the young sister. A lot of the young sisters that they have to. It's in their mind to just let me just have a baby with him, but I can't be with him. That's sad, y'all. That is
So if
sad.
y'all listening, please chime in and give us your thoughts on this subject because I really feel like, so for me, because I feel like it all depends. I would say black men, their thing is not the same as black girls. I feel like black men are in. They're like the chocolate everybody wants to eat. So if black girls ain't fucking with you, somebody's gonna fuck with you. I don't see that happening for black
But
girls.
some black men want
No,
black
no, I'm
women.
not saying that they don't.
Some of
Khadijah,
them
let
want
me
them.
finish. I'm not saying that
Oh
they
yeah, but
don't
I hate
have,
how
like, they
you
don't get
always
the
just
black
act like
women that
black
they
men.
want. But I have to say it that way because we love to equate both
Mm-mm.
sides. but it's not the same. It's not the same. We know that black men,
in your opinion.
someone will take the black man. They'll take a homeless black man. They'll take a black man with no job. They take a black man smoking weed. So you know, if you're a highly educated black man, you may not end up with a
Like a
black
black
woman
man
for
that's a
whatever
deadbeat
reason we talk
dad.
about,
Mhm.
but you will end up with somebody. That's what I'm saying. I see a
Mhm.
lot of black girls kind of feeling like, I'm gonna just go ahead and take these other people because I feel like I may have a shot with them. And all I'm saying is for black people, we gotta really have this conversation where it's not even about blaming white supremacy. It's like, y'all, there's something going on in our teaching in
No.
our homes
It's
with our
our house.
sons.
Mhm.
Yeah, in our homes with our sons, where we don't
Mhm.
even, because I never see black women checking they black sons when they say ignorant shit. But I have seen black women check black girls when they say ignorant shit, especially when it pertains
Mhm.
to men. We'll be like, girl, don't be fat. Girl, don't do this. Girl, da, da. But with their sons, when their sons say they don't date black women, we don't be like, well, wait a minute, son, I'm your mama. You mean you don't like me? We never equate that to us. It's always like, well, that's what he wants. But that's what he likes. But with our daughters, we do this thing. With our girls, we do this thing where we always trying to get them to lower their bar for whoever's going to take them. That is something that I've seen in our culture since I can remember. Like in terms of in general, not in my
Mhm.
house, but
And
I'm
I
saying
know
just in
women that have
general.
lowered their bar. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I know women that have
I've
lowered their
seen
bar
that.
just to have a mate, and this nigga be a deadbeat
Yes,
dad, don't work,
yes,
don't take care of his kids. I've seen, yeah, yeah,
yes. I've
absolutely. That's
seen that,
definitely in
Khadijah.
our
And I,
household.
yeah, I
Mhm.
just was like, what is this? And then it's like to have this conversation. Good evening, Tasha. To have that conversation with the girls, I just was like, it made me feel very sad because the truth of the matter is, I remember feeling the same way when I was a kid, except for I got a chance to like see other marriages that were working. I remember meeting people who marriages that were,
Mhm.
teachers that I really
Mhm.
respected, or because my mother didn't have the best marriage. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see no crazy shit in the house per se, but I did get to see how my dad felt about his family and his wife. You understand what I'm saying? By the way he treated us.
Mhm.
So I was like, damn, like this is deep. But then the thing that gave me hope is when the girl said, like, I do want to have black children, but I just don't want a relationship with a man. My thing is, at least she's still willing to lay with this fool. That's what I thought
Mhm.
because she know
Mhm.
that he has something that she needs. So my thing is, wow, I wonder what she's already telling us that the way she see men treating women in her family hurts her. I don't know if black men get that. I don't know if black mamas get it.
I don't know.
Like if your
I don't
kid,
know if they
you know what
care.
I'm saying?
I don't
Say it
know if the
again.
black women care, or I don't know if the you say I don't know if the black men are getting it. I don't know that they care. I don't know if some
Yeah.
y'all should check your potatoes. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know if the black woman cares. Because right now we're in a
I do
culture where
know.
older people compete with young people. So they want you to be just as messed up as they were when they were young. So I don't know if anybody truly cares and are listening to them saying, I'd rather have a baby with somebody and do it on my own than to be with them. That's deep to
Yes.
me. Some
Yes,
people, some
Khadijah.
people are
Yes.
parents. They go into a relationship with a man assuming they're going to be together forever. Everybody just not built to be. It's all these single parent homes were not just willing participants. Some of them thought they was going to have a future with these men that they pick. Because men got to get the gab. I don't give a fuck what race you are, what country you from. Men know how to get
I
in that
agree.
ear and get you to loving them, and then they dish your ass, and you get that baby. I just hope the black girls understand that these type of men exist in all races. So you think you? I know a lot of people who are
Yeah,
mixed
I
with
agree.
Asian cultures,
I
and
agree.
you had that black baby and he bounced on your ass. Or you with a Mexican and he had that black baby, he still got the Mexican girl and he bounced. So it's not just for black
That's
men, but
true.
we're talking about black men because that's our concern. We are black, so of course we want
Right.
to be married to somebody that looks like us. And I didn't have I wasn't really into boys like that. I wasn't into girls. I just wasn't really into dating and all that kind of shit. That wasn't just like my nowadays having a relationship in high school and being young. It's pressure to if you don't have
Yes,
somebody
it
like you,
is.
it's like something wrong with you. So these young girls have pressure to be in relationships, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. Just get you a mate, and that makes you normal. It could be yelling at you. He
That's
could be
real
trying to
talk.
pimp you out. He could be stealing your lunch money. Just
That's
get you
real
a mate.
talk, sissy.
And so I wouldn't want anybody to
That's real
settle.
talk.
If you're going to get with a Mexican man or an Asian man that's going to love you right, go where you're going to be loved. I get wanting to have the black kids.
Real.
Don't get me wrong, but you got to go where you are loved. You cannot go where you are tolerated. And now, right now in the world we living in, it seems like black men are tolerating black women, like we're not their first choice.
Right. You with me, Khadijah.
Yep,
I
I'm
get
with you
that.
all the way.
I get
I'm
that.
with you all the way.
That
And I
shit just
think
hurt
it's
me to the
just
core
sad
because
though,
what
because
I do know,
yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sissy.
No, no, I was done. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say what I do know when it's over for the woman, it's just over. Like she's a sustainer. There's just no way around it. And so if you have her feeling like she don't love
Matter.
the
Mm-hmm.
divine half that was created for her, we're in trouble. Now you happen to meet somebody, y'all fall in love. That's one thing. But people say when the girls, this is my preference here. She went on down the list, and then when she said light skinned it, I was like, what? Like now that changes the whole ball game. You know what I mean? And I feel like, she was just such a cute little girl. I just felt to myself like, girl, you were really opening up a can where you're gonna really get hurt. Because when people know that you don't love yourself, they'll treat you like crap. Like when he leave you for
That leaves
somebody
room
that's
for
not black,
predatory
he gonna let
behavior.
you know that. That's why I gotta get with this Mexican girl. Then this was the other part. I can't forget this part. I asked how many girls in the class, in one of my classes, how many of y'all feel like you're the second mom in your house? That was almost the whole
Mm.
class. I said, what makes you the second mom? I cook, I clean, I put the kids to bed, I pick them up from school. It was all of these things that moms do
Well,
basically when it's in her
mhm.
household. And I said, when you meet a guy, because this is why I say it's different, because this would dawn on me. When you meet a guy, do you tell him all the responsibilities you have in the beginning of your relationship? I know grown women who meet a dude and tell him all kind of stuff like, dude, this is your first date. Some of this stuff he don't need to
And
know
then they
about.
use all that shit against you.
Right. The Khadijah, that and all of that, Khadijah. But then
They
sometimes
run.
you feel too damn heavy. So they gotta go.
And let me tell you the flip side of what you're saying, because I'm with you on that. See, when men when a woman unpacks her baggage on a man, he runs. When a man
Yes.
unpacks his baggage on a woman, we think we could fix this nigga. We feel he just
Yes.
needs a good woman in his life.
You
He
better
just needs
say it.
somebody to have his back. He needs somebody to support him.
That's my
That's the
point,
difference.
Khadijah.
We come with our
Yes.
drama and they gone. They come with their drama and their
Yeah.
trauma, and we trying to repair this
That's
nigga
because
like
we've
we a
been
rehab center.
right. That's because we the fixer at home. We watch our
Yeah.
moms working with
And
dudes who
and
are fixers. I mean, not my mama, thank Jesus, but I'm
and
just
you
saying, I watch women always getting a
and
man
you
that's a
just
fixer up, but you can't never go for nobody that may be on a level if he's
yeah,
there.
and when you said they do all these things for their siblings, they feel like the second mom. They become a second mom to their mate usually. You making sure he up for work. You making sure he got a job. You making sure this is done. You making sure he talking to his kids that ain't with you. You become this nigga's mama, a surrogate or whatever you want to call him. I'm right there with you. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I'm
the way
being
you
honest though,
said this nigga's mama, so it just made me laugh. I'm so sorry. Not trying to be
because
ignorant.
I see it all the time. You know, you see a sister that got it going on, good job or entrepreneur, good, good relationship, all of that, and then she'll get with somebody. It's like, why are you messing with this fool? But
Yeah,
she want to fix his ass up to try to build a man. Like she can make him what she want.
yeah.
You cannot change a man. You can't change a boy. They're gonna be who they're gonna be. They'll put on that
No
whole
problem.
mask to get your ass, and then they're gonna go back to being the trifling nigga that nobody else wanted. Just my
Yeah,
thoughts.
no, you're right, Khadijah. No, you're right. I just all I'm
Just
saying, I
my
know
thoughts.
most people they say that,
And
but I
also,
feel
I don't
like
mean to cut you off, but
no, go
when
ahead.
the girl talk about all these nations are light skinned, when's the last time you seen two physically dark people on a commercial, on a TV show, on a talk show, on a podcast? When is the last time? They want everybody's children to look like Kim Kardashian and them kids, kind of beiges, can't really see. And I'm not against. I have biracial nieces and nephews. I don't care about that. A few of them. We got the United Nations and our motherfucking family straight up. But I'm saying, they don't. They don't even believe that it's possible to have a relationship with somebody dark because you don't see it. You don't see it. And so they feel like they got to get a light skinned man or a non-black man to just be feel recognized or to be loved. That's crazy. Even the commercials got biracial, or they have more men on men commercials now than they do dark skinned black men and dark skinned women on commercials.
Yes,
It's more same sex commercials now,
yeah.
and that's
So
crazy.
let me ask you this: Are I'm gonna need you to be very honest with me because I think that this is a good
Oh, you know
segue to
I
that.
am.
Are mixed race people black people?
I got a two-way to answer this. I believe those that are raised by
All right.
black mothers have a different insight on being black because the mother is the first teacher. Case in point, took my son out for his birthday. He had a friend that had a black mama and daddy. He had a friend that had a white mama and a black daddy. Black boy with both parents. He came looking clean, looking good. This little boy looked like we was about to go work in the garage and clean up hay or some shit. He looked like a complete bum. Black mamas have a way of making sure your hair comb, you got grease on your face, you got spending money, you looking good. White women rear their children different than we rear our children. So I would say if the mama's black and she got knowledge herself, or she just knows she black and she's comfortable in her blackness, the child kind of leans more towards their black side or black knowledge. I think they are mixed race. I think it's okay to say that they're mixed race. I wouldn't say that they're black. I would say that they're mixed race, and that's okay. The word mulatto, I know people don't like it, but that's what the term was created for. Biracial or mulatto or mixed race, whatever term they're going by now. But I wouldn't say that they're black entirely because they're a mixed race.
Mm, mm.
What's
Right
going
on,
on,
right
brother
on.
Adrian?
Yeah,
So what do
that's
you think? Do you consider them? I know you call them the buffer race.
because they
So,
are. They've
I
always been
know that
buffers.
part. I am black.
Javon
Javon,
said
well,
she
Javon,
black.
you know, and I'm gonna be real, Javon. You are kind of the exception to the rule. It's you and a couple other people are the exception
Yeah,
to the rule because
hey, I always say that
you
about
don't
Jay.
weaponize you don't weaponize your skin color and you don't weaponize your hair texture. You are just a black woman. I know people that are mixed race that weaponize their mixed race for us. When it comes to black people, when you're around white people, you're just a nigga to them. You're not mixed race. You got some nigga in you, you're black. But they get around us and want to weaponize their light skinnedness or their mixed race heritage.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
up. Well, mulatto
Mm.
was created by a white man for black people, I'm sure. And so was the word nigga. So was the word colored. So was the word black. All of them terms, it is what it is. I get you. But they created a lot. They created the language we speak. It is English. We don't speak. That's not our native English. But I feel you. And I only using that as an example. But yeah, Javon, like I said, she's an exception to the rule. To be honest with you,
So
she's one in a few.
yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I just feel like this
And Javon,
conversation is gonna have to
I
be
never
had.
see you trying to look like you a black woman. You just black in who you are. You ain't walking around with a bunch of fucking cowrie shells on. You don't walk out in dashikis every day. You don't walk
Yes,
out with the black power fists around your neck every day. I mean, when I see her doing her work, she ain't in the fields with a dashiki on or a medallion like I'm a black woman. She just go
yeah,
do her shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
She don't have
yeah,
to prove to
yeah.
us that she black. She may get cornrows, yeah, but she don't just get that when she around us. If she getting them, she getting them because she want to have them. It's
Right.
not to show us that she's black. That's the point I'm making from what I've seen.
So
I just feel
Javon
like I
said,
came from a jet black grandma, and then I came from two mixed black folks that was black,
he was black.
and that's right. From you have the texture black people have we are all Negroes, right?
Okay, I'm trying to show the comments
I
before I
mean, what
give.
else am I going to be, right?
Okay. Okay, she
I'll
laughing
do
because
it
he's
though. She said I'll do it though. I mean, I know you would, but it's some people,
but you
and I'm
know,
being honest. I know some people that are
yeah,
mixed race, and when they're around black people, they're getting cornrows and they're getting twists in their hair, and they're trying to look as black and ethnic as possible. But when they're around white people, they got their shit blow dry straight. They're flipping it around. They're not wearing any type of ethnic clothing, any type of cultural clothing. They want to look as white, as close to white as possible. I'm talking about those Negroes. That's what I'm talking about.
right on, right
And
on.
we have to
Well,
ask
you
them, do
know,
they think they black? It's like I seen the old video with Keisha Cole on one of them talk shows, and she said they was talking about Black Girl Rock. She had just performed there. Oh, I'm biracial. Well, bitch, why you on this black show, Miss Biracial? She didn't want to be black. So, Javon, you want to be black. You identify as black. A lot of people don't want to identify as black nor be black. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. You know what, Khadijah? Before you said that, so I had another meeting on Friday. Sister
Oh, shit.
brought this other sister to me. When I first seen her, this is my truth. I knew she was mixed with Asian. I knew it immediately. But I was like, is it Asian or Indian? Because of the way she looked, her hair and the whole lot. Anyway, got into this whole thing. She was cool as shit. Loved her. But what I noticed with her
Javon
is
said, I
that
am
she was.
black and Haitian. Okay, go ahead.
So what I noticed about the sisters that when we got on this thing about identity, because I didn't bring it up, they brought it up. She was trying to tell me that black, the skin color don't make you black, and I said absolutely it does. Absolutely. Like black is definitely a skin color. I don't care if you blue black and you try to act like a white person, you know you black. See, there's no way around it. There's no way around it. I said, well, it could be consciousness. I get that. I've met a lot of people consciousness. I said, but here's how tricky this shit is. See, you say that because you don't show up as the dark person. So the fact that you mad when you see
Mm-hmm.
somebody extremely dark, absolutely exactly what you think white is, why would you care about that? Her safety's on the line. They don't feel threatened when they see you. They think you're here to clean the house or some shit, or iron some shirts, or bring them some Chinese food. No, seriously. But when they see this black person, this chocolate person, this real dark person, they
They
have a
clench and
whole
they
other
purr.
safety piece that we don't have.
Whole
Right.
different demeanor.
And nobody wants to recognize that. That's what I thought was funny. So I had to explain to her. She said, I get you. I said, y'all, I want you to get this correct. Because it's definitely, I get the mindset, but it's always gonna be the color. Because white people don't even know you. They don't get to get up here. They
They
get
don't
to
know your
see
mind.
you. I said, then I'm gonna give you another thing I want you to think about. I want you to think about this for real. There was a white woman who was ugly as hell, did not like
Rachel
her
Dolezal.
standings in white world, went and made herself black. And not only did she just get the pass, she got to be the leader.
Went to the top of the food chain.
Why? Because she appeared to be a mixed race person. Because nobody thought she was all black. So that's not we no dude in the black world. We know that lighter skinned people do better, have better outcomes. We know they get to be the
And
leader.
my
So we
and
see the
this would
first
be my
black anything is
question.
always a lighter person, ain't a chocolate person.
And
There's
this would be
always
my
somebody that looks
question.
like white people will be comfortable and safe with them. You got that's the truth. I didn't make that shit up.
And my question, this would be my question. Would she say in a room full of Asian people the same statement that she black on it? She probably playing that. See,
She
that
was
cracks me
raised
the
with
fuck
black
up. Like
people. But she
that,
was
yeah,
raised with black
yeah.
people. But this is what I do know. This is what I do know about Asian culture. I learned this from a person who had kids with a Japanese woman. And their daughter looked like, to me, she looked like a Japanese person with a tan. Like maybe she had been in the sun too long. You know what I'm saying? Like she had like a little tan.
Mm-hmm.
Asian people like uniformity. That's what I learned. They don't like you to look like you've been somewhere else. So the
Tasha, I'm
kids
with you
who are,
on that. I don't,
yeah,
Tasha, I don't understand her position with the statement. That's me
I
too.
think
That's
she
why I
was
said
trying
we
to
don't.
act like, because
I don't.
we always say black is black, anything can be black. And I said, no, black is distinctive. When you pick up a
Mm-hmm.
black crown, you don't pick up a yellow crown, you don't pick up a brown crown, you pick up a black crown. So that's, you know what I'm saying? So let's quit with the, see, we started a lot of bullshit. We act like everybody can be black. We started that bullshit. Now, when you get with
Because we
white
accept
people,
everybody.
yeah, white people are very distinctive. Ask Hitler. White people is very distinctive. Look at
Blonde
Miss
hair,
US.
blue
White people are
eyes.
very distinctive in their understanding of what white is. We're the only ones who fuck with, play around with it because really, most of us have an identity issue. So we can't even
A
agree
lot
on
of
what the
us
hell
do.
that is because we're so afraid. Like, but I just feel like as them young ladies was talking to me in class, I knew that part of that had everything to do with what I be talking to the girls in class about. Because they see the girls
Mm-hmm.
who get all the attention. They see the ones we think is beautiful on TV. They see the ones in black culture and black TV and black reality TV shows and magazines and whatever the hell, Black Girl Rock. Show me some purple chocolate black person on any black TV show, Tyler Perry movie, even when OG
Show
Diva
us
was
the.
on the Real
We
Housewives.
used to say the terms blurple. Show me somebody blurple.
Yeah,
That's
so
black and
like
purple. That
Burple.
means you. Yeah.
Right. But
Mm-hmm.
my thing is, and that's why I ain't gonna lie, that's why I love Lupita. That's why I love the sister from the Walking Dead. I love all of those chocolate African Caribbean weirdos when we come. I'm glad they're here because black girls really do need to see themselves looking like that because they don't get to see that. They just don't get to see that. So I just was like, it was a great thing. Tasha, I think she said that because I think she wanted to make sure she was included. That's what I think. And I said, girl, I ain't
Mm-hmm.
trying to take away your black card because I ain't got no power to do that. What I'm saying to you, you
That
will
part.
not act like you speaking for that blue black kid. What I said, me and you both in this room will
She
never know
can't
what it's
even
like.
speak for you when you ain't blue black.
I know but I was letting her know, like, girl, look here. You know, because this was like, I said, all of us are not mixed. Like, look here. Is there white in my ancestry? Yes, due to slavery. But I can tell you this, we don't have no white people in our family. We don't. And you look at historic. We don't have nobody's like, oh, we don't have nobody like that. I got my great-great-grandmother. I got all their pictures. We didn't have nobody like that. So if a white man raped my great-great-grandmother or something like that, we tried our damnedest to erase his ass. Let's put it like that. Because black is dominant. Black is dominant. So I don't have to pull out no
I
card. Ain't
can't
nobody
with this.
mistaking me for nothing but a big black woman. Ain't nobody mistaking me for nothing else. Thank you, mama and daddy.
Uh,
So whatever that was,
Javon
it
said
got
Michonne.
erased.
Javon said Michonne is
No,
back. Walking Dead, the ones that live.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I
I
saw
gotta watch
Watch
it
It
because I
Walking
love some
Dead.
Michonne. That's why I love
Yeah.
her. Like they all show up like Issa Rae. I'm so grateful for these African women that's coming up because they're helping us to have an identity still. Because when you look at black movies, you think those dark skinned black people exist in the black African American world.
Mhm.
So you up here
Mhm.
watching African movies,
No
even though they
question.
pasty. That's a whole other damn story. But my thing is, they still have black people. They still have big boned black people. They still have, you know what I
They
mean?
still be and
I
they
don't
still
really
be
see
both
that in
black.
black
Shit.
American stuff. Huh? We say,
I said
Khadijah?
they still be both black. They still both
Right.
be black. They just put on some light ass makeup, but they still be black. They look at their goddamn hand. They never bleach their hands. Sorry, they
Khadijah,
bleached their
I
skin.
don't
They
got
had the
that picture.
blackest
I still
goddamn
have that
hands in the
picture.
world.
Hey,
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you how deep this. I'm gonna tell you how deep this erasure goes. Unless you've been to
Mm.
Black America, we don't even know how much Latin America really tried to eliminate black people, but they still, because that's what you do with sometimes. That's what anti-blackness is. We do that. We go to parts of Latin America, there'd be black people down there. We be like, where y'all been at? Because we never get to see y'all on Telemundo. We'll
That
never
part.
get to see y'all in any
That
of the,
part.
Puerto Rican, Dominican. We can go on down the list. They don't show the people who look like these people on this damn picture. That's in Latin America. I've been
And
all
they
over
won't.
Latin America.
And they won't.
You can
And a
see,
lot
like,
of
wait
Puerto
a minute.
Ricans will make the distinction to make sure you know I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not black. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not black. Why they don't have black Puerto Ricans?
They
You
certainly
know,
do.
I'm
They
Dominican. I'm
certainly do.
Dominican. They got black people in Dominica. You know, Dominican Republic. You know,
Yes, they
I'm
do.
not that. They have black people on every goddamn continent in the country. It's somebody black there.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Russians, black Asians, black all that. You know what I mean? So yeah,
So, Khadijah,
yeah, I
how do
agree with
you
you all the way
feel?
right there.
How do you feel when you hear people say, "Well, I'm Afro Latina. I'm not African American." How do you feel? And then they be in all that shit. But how do you feel about that?
I don't feel shit. I don't watch them. I don't care. I don't feel nothing. I don't buy their music. Like Amira Negra, she's
You
beautiful.
either,
She been through a lot, but she purposely wanted to have a baby with a Dominican light skinned man, and she probably been called, and that's why people be like, people didn't love her. Yeah, I didn't have all the action when I was young. It didn't make me say fuck black people. My parents
you
is
say I
from.
have
That's
all the
to
action.
me that's an excuse. Yeah, I didn't have all the action. I didn't want it, but I'm just saying though, like it's an excuse for you to upplay your colorism that you perpetuate and you add to the shit. Don't be Afro Latino. You don't got to be Afro shit. I don't really care. I have these people. I don't want to be a part of the black race. To be honest with you, I don't want y'all. So
Mm,
that's fine. But go be on a shit. Cause y'all ain't popping, y'all ain't live like us. Y'all boring as hell. Y'all music sound like bump bump bump. Y'all don't have none of the flavor that black African Americans have.
you said boom,
Nobody
boom,
does.
boom,
Not
boom. I
even the
can stand
Africans from the
your ass.
goddamn continent got the flavor that we got. They sit and emulate it, imitate, and they don't even like us. So that's crazy. So I don't really think shit about them, to be honest. I don't, they have the same way black people in America have identity issues. Black people in other countries and continents have identity issues. That's why somebody as black as they can be from Dominican Republic will say they're Dominican Republican and not Negro Latino, whatever the hell. They will never say that part, and they be darker than me and you.
Yeah. I just want them to
So they
turn the
got
job
self
down and
hatred
be
over
like,
there
"Oh,
just
this
like
is
us.
for African American. Let me go to Telemundo and get a job with them. Let me go on the Latin world and get on their stuff. Why y'all come and complicate our shit? We already trying to. I'm gonna tell you, kids, I figured that when we started including all these other blacks from other places, I'm not
That's
trying
what
to
the
hate on
problem.
nobody. I just feel like they complicate shit, but they want to ride the back on the work that we did. Like the African Americans, y'all want to ride on our back,
Like
but I don't remember us
like
riding
this
on your
picture.
back.
Yeah, because there ain't no room on the donkey for us. They not letting us ride on shit with them. Ain't no room on the back of the donkey for us in these countries. Like Amira Negra, she's sitting here with an afro wig on and the black power fist, but don't like black people like that. Wait, what? Huh? Yeah, that shit is crazy
You
to
said
me.
what? Huh? It's the way you said the shit. And
It's
I love
crazy.
me some Southern
We just
Cruise.
and we accept everybody. That's the problem. We are so inclusive to other people and they exclude us. Black people are super fucking. We're inclusive to everybody but our own people.
Now, Khadijah, now you saying some real shit.
I'm
Cause
just
we
being
we
honest.
both know
They
that that's the
inclusive to
truth.
every fucking body. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, talking about inclusivity,
I ain't gonna be
right?
able to do
What
it.
about this? I gotta share this. Hold on. I'm up here trying to mix shit down at the same time. So hold on.
Engineer.
Let
Go
me
on
see.
and get your engineering
Yeah,
on,
I'm
girl.
trying to, I feel like an old person because I be having my glasses on. And then so this here.
At least you ain't
What is
doing
this
this little.
about? What is this Identity X about? What is this about? Is
Now I'm
this
gonna tell
about
y'all
being
my spill on
inclusive?
it.
Please tell me.
It's
Y'all chime in.
this is
Please
me,
chime in. Don't be
and
scared.
I don't have no actual facts. This is just me. With all of this shit coming out lately about fucking with all these kids and sleeping, I think they're trying to X out gender, period, so that they can fuck children. That's just my opinion. I think they are trying to eliminate genders. So when a 80, a 50-year-old white man or black man or Latino man is caught in the bathroom with a 3-year-old, he can say, I'm not a man. I don't identify as a man. When it's a lady that's molesting these little young boys and she a
Mm,
babysitter making him eat on a cooch cooch, I don't identify as a woman. I'm a man. I think they're doing all this shit so that they can be really, really nasty to do stuff so there's no gender laws. That's what I think. And I'm with you
mm.
too. It's all stupid. It's stupid as hell. Because, either you got a vagina or a penis, either or. Unless you're a hermaphrodite and you got a little bit of both. But we act like they
Well,
don't
that's
even
a
exist no
rarity.
more.
That's a rarity, though.
Yeah. That's
And
why I
we
said we
know
don't
that.
even know if they exist no more. And usually at birth you have to figure out which one your child's going to be. You know what I mean? So hopefully he or she will never get there. Will get yeah. I hope they get their necks cracked. I'm right there with you. But I really think that's the underlying thing because they just don't want no gender, so they continue to be gross. That's just my opinion. I ain't got no background, I ain't got no facts to back this up. That's with all this shit coming out with all these kids from the higher ups to the lower people, from because pedophilia doesn't have a race, a age, a class. They just pedophilia is
Mhm.
pedophilia. And so I think people don't want no gender because it's going to be hard to prosecute when nobody has a fucking just as an X on there. Go ahead.
Mm. Yeah, no, you know what, Keith? You bring up a really good point. And I also feel like I'm not trying to be funny, but when white people want to do shit, they're gonna make it look like it's helping everybody, but it's really for them.
That part.
It's really for them. Like I just feel like, why can't they just have a third fucking bathroom and whoever wants to use that bathroom could just use that bathroom? Why do you have to go in the bathroom where women are? Why? And did you ask the women and they said it was cool? Because I know you didn't. But to me, it just really all of it sounds like a way of trying to push some things through that you know ain't right. And I also think it's probably about time for separation. Like I think all of this shit points to separation, all of it. Like you can't even be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be with black people who do this shit either. I don't want to. I
That's
don't want
that's
to. No,
they don't have. They don't
I
have a
don't. I'm
race. They don't
sorry.
have an age. They don't have shit. It's just some dumbass woman say it's cool. Yeah. Well, they're people too.
Well, great. Go
Javon, you
use their
absolutely right.
bathroom. Go use their
Yeah.
bathroom.
If I come out the
But that's
bathroom and it's a man
but those are
with his
also
dick
women
out
who
and he got
protect
a beard, I'm
pedophiles.
probably gonna swing on his ass. I'm not even gonna lie. If I come out the bathroom from peeing and it's a millionaire pissing and he got a whole beard, I might swing on this fool. I'm dead ass serious. Like I might go crazy and start beating his ass in the bathroom because I felt threatened. Because you a whole 6'5" man, this motherfucker with a beard. I felt threatened. I
I
thought he was
just,
going to rape me. I'm
I
just being
also
honest. And
feel
I
like
think,
this
and
is
then
a
they
way.
say, then they'll be like, that's a hate crime. Because another thing about it, I'm gonna get off this subject. They will push up on you and try to make you believe what they believe or agree with them. They will push up on you, and I'm gonna push the fuck back, like, no, sir, ma'am, whatever you want to call, you're a man. You know, I was on a call
Is
the other
it?
day. This confused me. I was on a Zoom call, and the lady said she identified as she and they. Bitch, what? They who? You a conjoined twin? Who the hell is the they? I was like, wait, what? And now
Did
and
you say?
that shit like that.
I love black
I
people
gotta
because
go because it's the
we just
28th
be
of
so
Ramadan
real
and
about
y'all
this
about to take
shit.
me there. Good night,
Uh,
LOL. Good night, Javon.
uh,
Yeah,
good
but
night, sissy.
but I'm being honest. Like
Uh,
it's just it's too much. It's
he said she and they. What the fuck? You so stupid. I just feel like you can be whatever you want, but yeah, the same way when we respect you, you have to respect me too. And if I ain't down with it, just keep the shit pushing. That'd be like a woman trying to
but
push
they
up on you,
don't.
bitch. I ain't like that. Okay, sis, and keep it pushing. That's it. But I think when you
They
try
don't.
to make someone like your belief is bigger than my belief, now we got a fucking problem.
That
You know what I'm saying?
oh,
Because I got rights like you got rights. Why don't my rights count? That's why y'all gonna fuck around
and
and
that's
45 ass is gonna be back because he'll be like, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
the
Now y'all
whole thing.
scared to
It's
death.
respect.
You can't,
It's respect.
huh?
It's respect my pronouns. Respect my point of view and fuck yours. That's
Yes.
what they saying to everybody, really.
Yeah.
Like, respect my
Yeah.
gender identity, respect my pronouns, respect that I want to walk around here with a full beard and with a full set on my nails and my purse. And you're gonna call me she. I'm not gonna call you shit. I'm gonna act like you're not there. That's what I think. You just gotta ignore these people. I'm being honest. I don't feed into. I
No,
don't
it's
buy
just
into.
the
I
way
don't
you
do
say
any
shit,
of that.
Khadijah.
I'm just being
Man,
honest.
I'll
I think
tell
they
you,
get too much attention.
some of the old people say they hope they be dead and gone, and they must have seen this shit coming, Khadijah.
Ooh, Lord,
They
our mama was one
clearly
of them.
must have seen this shit coming. Like for real. Like I think, but here's the thing: we were the one group that worked in white people houses as maids and butlers and shit. So we knew some of this shit was gonna happen. Think about it.
We seen the
We
man
in our
dressing
ancestors,
up in
we
stockings and shit.
black women been cleaning people's toilets for years. We seen these people like this. We seen people like this, Khadijah. But we used to clean
I'm
their
absolutely. I'm
motherfucking
saying
toilet.
we seen when they cross dressed and nobody knew about it. We seen when he was
Right,
cleaning out Mr. Drawers
Khadijah.
and he got shit in the front because he done been in somebody's
Yeah,
boo boo hole. We seen all this shit in
yeah.
their home. My daughter's kindergarten teacher is trans. Got her pronouns on the board. The kids call her Mix instead of Miss. The principal told me that there is nothing they can do about it. The agenda is strong. Yeah, absolutely. They got more rights than your damn children. That's crazy. That's
Well,
crazy.
yeah. You can always transfer them.
I just what's
Cause
up? I'm
one,
gonna have my
one,
child just call her ass by her first name. If she want to be called
yeah.
Charlie, I just call her Charlie. You ain't calling her no mixed shit. What's her first name? And this is one time I'm gonna let you disrespect an adult and call her by her guy. What the hell is mix? I'm so
I tell you
sorry. I
this:
just get
when they
tired of
tried to
that shit.
pull that goddamn agenda shit in Elk Grove, them fucking parents came out the woodworks and they will pull their kids
Oh
out the
hell
school.
yeah,
They quickly changed that
hell
shit
yeah.
because they don't think y'all have any. The other part is, I think these people don't think we have any fucking power because we always sit there so fucking powerless. We'll pull a nigga out of school to go
Yep.
march for George Floyd, who dead, then and fucking march for your alive child. That's how crazy this shit is with
That
black people.
part.
I love black folks, but we got to
That's
get
real
our
talk.
asses up. Like we ain't doing that. Quit thinking you know me. I know
That's
you
real talk.
you made a nigga, but you ain't gotta live like you destroyed like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta really get our shit together. But most of us really love our sons, and we rather see our sons be a girl or be whatever the fuck you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But we'll ride your motherfucking daughter. Like, what the fuck's going on here? This shit is unsafe, y'all. It's unsafe. Like, I don't know what else to tell people. The shit's unsafe. You got to change what
Mm-hmm.
you talk about because now this boy is in the class and he think what we are is lipstick, eyeshadows, butt pads, fake titties. And he think all of
Mm-hmm.
that shit makes you a woman. That good boy, that's cosmetics. None of that shit makes you a woman. Your fucking
And
womb
that's
makes you a
because some
woman.
women and that's because some women condone that. We was at an event and they said, what makes you a woman?" And the lady said, "I ain't gonna call her no bitch. God forgive me." She said, getting my nails done and getting pedicures and my eyelashes." And you none of that makes you a lady. That was hilarious. But I'm just saying that's where they get the
Yeah.
idea about what we allow them to do and represent. Like you said, we condone it.
And,
Now we will get on a
and
girl.
the
If a
other
girl wants
part
to
to
be a
this,
stud, we'll get on her ass about being a stud. Like, you a
yo,
pretty young girl.
in
Why
a
you looking
minute.
like that? Why you doing that? We'll get on her in a heartbeat. But
Yeah.
a handsome boy that want to be a girl, we'll just go ahead and let this nigga get his eyelashes done and borrow our lipstick and nail polish. Get one of our
I'm
purses.
laughing because you know
I'm
I ain't
just
lying. You know this shit is so crazy. The other part to this other thing, and then I'm gonna let it go and get to this HBCU. The other part to this, Khadijah, is this is still men telling us what makes us us.
what to do. Hmm.
This is worse than the man telling a woman, "You ain't a lady and you ain't cooked me dinner." This is the same shit. This is the same shit.
Yep, that's true.
There's no way around it. Y'all really think me and a woman is some cosmetic journey? That's why people walking up here
They
with
think
silicone in
being a woman
their ass.
is all on the outside. They
Yeah.
think the outside aesthetic makes you a woman.
And that's why some black walking out here saving up to get their fucking cement butt and that leak and shit. They said BBL smell like shit. That I didn't say it because I don't
I
have no
seen
BBL. But that's what the men said. They said BBLs, they shit
I
smell
seen that.
different. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't have a BBL. But I'm just
He
saying,
said they
but
always
we
smell
get
like
that
shit
because we
because they
think
can't
men
wipe
gonna make,
good.
huh? What's that?
He said they always smell like shit because they can't wipe good. And they can't get to their
Oh,
parts because but he said they always think I seen that same shit. I die laughing. But go ahead. I'm
this
sorry.
is deep. But I just feel like this is still another example of men trying to tell you what makes you you. It's offensive to me.
Hmm.
It's
Very
offensive.
much so.
And if y'all walking around here with wounds, you stole it. So that
That
explains
part.
all these missing women all over the goddamn place. Because you can't create a wound, boo boo. Science ain't that great yet.
Mm,
It ain't that great.
that's
So you just can't make a
real
wound and
talk.
just stick it in the person. That shit don't work like that. But we better be paying
Like you
attention
do a
because you're the woman that they value the least, but everybody do want your body parts.
that
They've been
part.
cutting off black women's titties, butts, and everything else, putting them in jars. So we know there's a fascination with that with us. Just
Mm-hmm.
saying. Anyway, Khadijah, you sent me this video about the HBCUs. This sister's talking about, do we know that the HBCUs were named after white folks? Some of this
A
I
lot of them
knew.
were.
Morehouse. I didn't
Mhm.
know it was named after. I didn't know this. I
And
didn't
she
know this.
breaks
How
down
many of y'all knew
exactly.
this?
We can't play the music,
No, man.
but
I
she
knew
play. We
she was
can't play
named
the
after
actual
Rockefeller's
video.
wife. Huh?
Mhm. Spellman. Mhm. It's
Yeah.
a whole list of them. Yeah, it's and I think
Howard.
the part for me would be like when people are pushing their children. Because her thing is we're pushing our children to go to HBCU, which is nothing wrong with it. But do you really know the history of the HBCUs? It's no different than sending them to
Um,
a white institution. It's the same shit with a good
with
man.
y'all fat feelings on that. Still,
Hmm.
man, look at this shit. Be cracking me up. This is deep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I think I made that go. And look at the 1876. Look at the years on these things.
Hmm.
Look at the years. I think that's what kind of gets me sometimes. It be the year. And we like to start Clark Atlanta. Look at this.
And it's like when we want to get these Confederate statues down, but we don't want to change the names of these HBCUs that were named after colonizers and their offspring. That's
This
crazy
is
to
deep.
me.
So should that change? So let me ask you this, Khadijah. Do you think at all, and there's so many of them, do you think this should change the way we look at the school? I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think we'd have to have the history of it because we tend to think we're going to a black institute named after a black person, and we're gonna learn how to be everything black when we get there when we leave there. And all this shit named after some colonizers and they peoples. So I mean, I think you just should stop trying to put down people who don't attend HBCUs because you really ain't not a historically black college either. You just had a college like everybody else had a college. So stop making somebody feel bad because they're going to a college not a HBCU and you're not even at a
A
historically
dominant
black
white
college.
university. Go
University.
ahead.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So
WI, whatever.
that's my take on it. And my thing
I
is
agree
that, like
with
I
you,
said, they want to
Khadijah.
take down all these Confederate statues and all this stuff, and then but we still want to go to these schools that are named after white people because they're HBCUs. Don't make no sense to me. Oh,
Yeah, I just think it.
this
So
here.
this leads me into this one. I guess with diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. So here's the one thing. Let me see. We came through the civil rights movement, what, 1960s, and now we're almost what 80 years in, what 60 years in, or something like that. And now we have diversity, equity, and inclusion. I wonder who came up with that, and I'm willing to bet it either was a highly educated black person or some white people who wanted to be accepted for some shit they was pushing through, like maybe they were gay or something. I don't know. So when I heard of this diversity, equity, and inclusion, I thought to myself, well, who came up with this shit? Because for me, I just feel like either you're going to include me or not. I think you can't forcibly
That
include
part.
someone because I think that's how we keep getting in trouble. And God bless whoever came up with this because their intentions probably was good. But I feel like when you don't talk to the people who are not being included, you kind of get people making up some stuff and then it don't work. So I guess all of these black women got to their positions. I don't know. The head of Netflix. I love Netflix, even though they was not doing Monique right, but I didn't know it was a black woman there. Okay. Disney, the chief of diversity or whatever, even though they didn't want to shake the little black kid's hand at the Disney parade. Okay, and then Warner Brothers. Okay, and then the film Academy for Sciences or
Executive.
whatever. They all got black women,
Mhm.
but they're in the diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's kind of like helping somebody be president, and they're gonna put you over housing or welfare, but they're not gonna put you over nothing like finance. Like it's gonna always be something they think niggas gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? So, how do you feel about them all being let go? In one day, four talented, smart black women lost their jobs, diversity, equity, and inclusion spaces. A day after affirmative action was gutted, by the compromise and brought six GOP chosen justices to the Supreme Court. I feel like these people working their mission. I ain't mad. Sorry.
and when you say how do I feel about it, I feel like these women should have created their own. If they're so such that they're what they say, four talented, smart black
Smart.
women, why they didn't have their own shit? Why did you have to come in on the diversity, equity, inclusive? Why didn't y'all create y'all own stuff if y'all so smart and so brilliant? Stop begging white people to be a part of their shit. Stop coming in on a merit of you being black or you being the black. Now, but and I don't know any of these women, but a lot of people get these positions like they can speak for all black people. That's why they put them in there. So they probably was in there feeling like, how many. I would be curious to see how many people they hired while they were there that were black. I'll be curious to see how many
Mm,
people they referred or helped to get to a next level while they were there. Sometimes people just having somebody there because they look a certain way is not really helping us. And after affirmative action, we should have known they've been talking about affirmative action for God knows how long, not wanting that to be there. That's why they started including gay people in affirmative action. That's why they started including other nationalities in affirmative action. That was supposed to be like an equal play, like, to give us some type of one up for the wrong that was done. But then that included everybody
mhm.
that was here: immigrants, gay people, and other. I'm gonna start checking the other box. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna start identifying as something that's not a black woman and see how fucking far it can get me. Because in my opinion, they should have had their own. They're so educated, smart. They should have had their own shit. Just my opinion.
Damn.
We go to school for so long and get high up just to come beg for a job with these people. I don't get it. I
I
don't get it.
also wonder how well they really did with history because it seemed like real smart, educated people skip over the part of time when black people did for self. It's like in order to
They don't
get
want to
this
know that
far,
part.
you cannot read that section, or you refuse to read it because
They
maybe
don't
it
want.
make you do something.
And I was about to say, I, don't, I
So
think
I don't
some
know
of them
how
don't want to
I'll.
know that part. I think some of them don't want to know the history, Londa, because it is going to be an accountability piece for them. Because we have more with less education. And now we have a lot of
Yeah.
education and we don't have shit. So I don't think they want to know that part of history because then people are going to be looking at you sideways, a cockeyed, like, what the hell wrong with you? These people did all this with only going to school to the 10th grade or 8th grade. So y'all have been in school for 8, 9 years in higher learning. And what do we have to show for it? So some people I don't think want to know their history because it allows them to be who they are. It allows them to be in those positions and know their history.
And then did we get this from our dude Tyrese? Tyrese, the nigga who said he didn't want to be black. Is that who
I'm so
posted this
tired of
on
this
there?
dude crying.
Is that who posted it on his page? I'm,
And
I'm just
Tyrese
so
is so bipolar. No, no, no. He's so bipolar. I'm just tired of his ass up there crying. But go ahead.
I just seen
Uh,
that, and then he has a repost from Niecy Nash, and I'm like,
What is I'm about to say is no. He shared Niecy. This is Niecy Nash post. He shared it to his
yeah.
page,
And I feel like we got black people
and she just
helping us
turned gay
look.
so she can get put on. Cause Niecy
I,
Nash married a man look just like the wife she got now. I ain't mad at her, but I'm saying like this when we talk about uh 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 gay rights and
agendas.
all that, she had to turn gay to get put on all the way, even though she played the same goddamn character and everything she playing. But hey, who am I?
Khadijah, you guess the way you be talking, you be sound like you from 1972, like brother,
Yeah,
goddamn
you
thing
know.
with play. I just think that, and I don't hear nobody making some comments, but I just really feel like this is so indicative of us not having, like, you're not really from a community, so how can you really give us diversity, equity, and inclusion? I wonder who all these women are. I wonder if Mrs. Horn, Miss Karen Horn, if she is one of those people who got that position because she's Karen Horn. And all the horns I know look like you have to look back
And
like 50 generations
I had
to
to
find a
open
black
up her
person.
picture to see if she was black. And she looked like the
That's
old
my
gymnast
point.
Mary Lou Retty, what fucking name. I had to open it up to see if she was black.
Then they always want to find black people with kinky hair to show that they are diversity, equity, inclusion. At least the last sister got her hair straight, just being herself. I'll take that for the Academy Award.
I got to
I don't
press
know, Khadijah.
encourage
I
to
just
go with
some
it.
of this shit. I think they know the gig is up. Black folks, when we look at people, we have a whole thing that we look at to know if the person's with us. But they don't think black people have that. But we do. So I don't know. I just feel like, and then they're gonna come back to black people and then attempt to tell us what we need to succeed. Well, you couldn't succeed when you was up there. You couldn't have been there that long
That
because this
part.
is something new and this is getting ready to swing back the other way. That's why 45 is coming back. White people like, oh
And
yeah, we
we
let these niggas
dealing
do
with
this for a
that
couple of years.
45.
We're done. We're going back to the other side because after a while you get kind of. I think sometimes white people get tired of us like begging them for shit. Like, dude, get your own shit. You know, I think it's just funny hearing Tyrese ass complain about something or repost somebody shit about black women losing their jobs, and this nigga up here crying all the time. And then he came out and defended Diddy, and it's like, nigga, all y'all get out of here. Most of
If
you
he don't
motherfuckers some pedophiles. Fuck out of here.
if he don't go lay on somebody's couch and talk it out,
Yeah.
he needs to go lay on somebody's couch and talk it out because there's something wrong with his ass.
Well, in other news, this is a black woman from Holly Spring, Mississippi, who this made me feel proud. Tennessee mother reports her teenage son to the authorities after spotting them on a wanted poster for allegedly shooting at a police officer. I don't play no games. How do you feel about this? Now, you know, some black people love criminality. I even know people who fund criminality. You know, they don't feel good unless they're funding a black man with a criminal record. However, here's a mom who's like, hell no, I'm turning my son in because I'm not harboring no criminals. I don't want to hear shit about how bad the system is. Don't do shit to get your ass sent up there. Everybody is not mistaken case of identity. Some of you motherfuckers belong in jail. What's your thoughts on this, sis?
I think she probably saved her son's life because them cops was gonna shoot his ass dead. I'm just gonna be honest. And so I'm sure she's still on the right of morality because she probably was raised right. Like, I gotta make sure, but so many mothers would go hide him, send him off up north to the family or do something else. And she was like, yeah, no, nigga, you're not bringing this to my doorstep. You know what I'm saying? And so I think we need more mothers to hold their children responsible when they're doing something as detrimental as this. This is crazy. And no matter how much you dislike the police, because some of them are not my favorite people, but I do, having worked with children for a long time in a home capacity, like group homes and stuff like that. The cops were some of our best fucking friends when they in there going off, busting out windows, fighting each other, trying to cut. The cops was cool. We had some good cops, you know. Um, and there's some good detectives that dealt with my bonus son's case. These were some, they was tired of criminals too getting away, going on killing sprees and shit like
Mm-hmm.
that. So there are some good cops. So I commend the mother for holding her son accountable, but I really in my heart believe she saved his life. Because they probably was gonna shoot to kill when they seen his ass.
Yeah, that's real talk, Khadijah. That is
And
real
we have to
talk.
think all cops are not bad and all cops are not good. But they do go out every day and there's no guarantee that they're coming home for people like him that think they have the authority to shoot after the police. You know what I mean? So they want to go home to their kids too. Same way we want to come home to our family, they want to go home to their kids too. So I think she saved her son's life by turning him
I
in my
agree.
opinion.
I agree
What
with
you
you
think? What was
wholeheartedly.
your words on it?
I agree. I feel like we have too many mothers who support criminals just because they came out their pussy. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like back in the day, I remember even when you sold drugs, you could not bring that shit home to your mom. She don't care how much she scrub floors for a living. She knew that money had energy on it, and she did not want to bring that shit to her doorstep. She just said something like, "I don't want that." Shit, moms now they got the house where they sell all the dope ad and stuff. Moms condone their sons like for real, and I feel like in some
And
parts of the black community,
now the mother's house is the stash house. They hold they
that's
dope,
what I'm saying. I
drugs,
was trying
and
to think
guns
of the
there.
name,
They
I
the
forgot.
stash house. Mm-hmm.
I agree. And so I was
Mm-hmm.
saying, she's like, it feels good to see that there are still mothers, and I'm gonna say black mothers who hold their kids to a higher standard and be like, I'm not condoning the bullshit. You do not get to do that here. So when I hear women act like they don't have no control over their kids, I'd be like, well, why the fuck you bring them here? Why? And you're right, she probably did save his life because if a cops would have called his ass, they'd have shot his ass dead.
Shoot to
Then
kill.
she'd be visiting a nigga at the cemetery. So,
No, then everybody black will be marching that he got shot by a cop.
right.
It would have been a whole nother fucking rally, a march on Washington, some t-shirts made. Ben Crump would have came out. Al Sharpton would have brought his bobblehead ass out. Everybody would have been out because he done got shot by the police, but he was just busting on their ass. Go on to the next topic.
That's real talk. Okay, so I do want to shout a lot out since we showed you a black man that got busted by his mama. I want to highlight this brother here who basically, this Atlanta man provided free lawn services to elderly and disabled and is now honored by the city for community service. That to me is revolutionary.
I thought that was dope. I
Easy to
thought
march
that
on
was
some
dope.
cops on some shit. You disappear because we know you're an agent. But this is different. This brother went ahead on and was like, I can help my community be beautiful and help people who probably want to cut their lawn but can't. So this brother deserves a amen and some awards and some money, and maybe he can help some of y'all kids in the summertime cut some of these damn lawns and y'all pay for it.
That
That's
part.
how you make
That
your
part.
community.
And
If that means you don't buy no hair weave this month, You're gonna save $1,200. That's a child that you can hire 2 kids with that for the summer. Just saying.
No, I'm sorry.
I
You
know
make
they,
me laugh. No, I agree.
I'm
I
sorry,
think
because
that is
you
absolutely. I
know this
remember
shit is
growing
crazy.
up.
You know it's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's why I'm just laughing. I can remember when I
You
was
know?
younger, though, young people would go around with a lawnmower and ask to cut your grass or cut your grass. We just had
Yeah,
that, and we didn't pull the other article up. It was a rapper from I think his name is Mensa. I'm not sure, from Chicago, who paid up a bookstore, a black lady's bookstore rent for a whole year because she wasn't getting a lot of
yeah,
customers, and he felt like we really needed books in the community. He paid up her rent for a whole year. We don't hear about these type of black men because the other
that's
black
right.
men, the squeaky wheel gets the attention. We always talking about or always seeing black men that's doing something that's not good. It was really good to see this article with this brother doing this and the brother, the rapper from Chicago. And Chicago is the home of drill music, which is nothing but murder music. That's nothing but murder music. So for him to pay
I
up
know.
a whole year's worth of rent for this bookstore, a black owned bookstore, I thought was super dope. And I
I
think
do
men like
too.
this need more attention.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, truly do.
You're right. You're right,
So good
child.
job for
Last
him.
question before we get off here, Khadijah, because this is our last one left, and then I'm trying to keep it within close to 60 minutes or no, maybe 65, whatever. How do you feel about child support, and should the child support go directly to the child?
I think the money should go directly for the care of the child, and I think the mother should have to show proof of where the money went because I know a few people who get child support, and the mama always done up looking good, nails done, hair laid to the gods. You know what I'm saying? Outfit on nice, and the kids have on shoes from 2 years ago, or their clothes is really like high waters or bummy, or you know what I mean. So I think the mothers need to be more accountable when it comes to spending child support. Absolutely, it should have to be proof that it's spent on that child. That's my opinion.
Wow. So
'Cause the
what if
money
somebody
and
pays?
of
Let's
course,
just say,
people say shit like, "Well, she gotta pay the big rent. She gotta pay that whether she got a child or not. She needs somewhere to live. She gotta pay utilities. Okay. She gotta pay for that anyway." But I think the money and that don't mean a portion of that can go towards household expenses, don't get me wrong, but the majority of the money should go to the goddamn child. That's child support. That could go to the extracurricular activities. You know what I mean? So many children don't get to do anything because the mama said they can't afford it, but you're getting not $127 in those shit, but I'm talking like, some real money per month. The child should be able to dress nice and have extracurricular activities from that child support.
do you
So
think
I
when
do.
they
I
issue child support, and y'all can chime in on it because I really want to know what y'all think about this child support? Do you think the judge is divvying up the money right? Do you think he should say, "What's all your child expenses," and just split it between them? So the man may be paying something like 1,200 a month, and the mama's paying 1,200 a month. Or do you think most people just skip town and change their whole identity? They got to pay $1,200 a month.
Well, they only can do child support based off of what you make. So it's not even if the child expenses are more than the 5 they can't can be homeless to pay for the extracurricular activity. So it's based off your income that you have. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I guess.
But I definitely, and it's a lot more expenses when the child lives in the home. It's everyday expenses don't even come up. Book fare, all kind of shit come up, when you're so to be honest, the money that the father gives sometimes is just a backup or a bonus. You know what I'm saying? Because the mama already holding everything down, or the father. I know a lot of single fathers. They hold it down already without the child support. That's just a bonus to make the child not need to suffer. Hey, Tina, so the child not have to suffer. They can have some money for the book fair. I seen Keon put a post, the saddest day or a hard day at school was when you didn't have the money for the book fair. I've been there many a days when my mama didn't have money to send me to the book fair, or she tried to send me with like $6 and like, mom, the books is like 12.50. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get like but she tried to give
You
me
come home
something
with
that's
a
all
with a
she could
business
afford.
eraser and a
Yeah, I come
ruler,
on with a damn yeah, that's you feel
a
me? So,
bookmark.
but all those type of expenses we don't even think about, So that's for me where the child support come out. You know what I mean? Me and my husband wasn't always married. We had a child. We co-parented well. He paid child support every month, but I had to pay for CDI, which is before and after school care. That was like six something a month. You know what I mean? I had to pay for him to play in different sports and different activities. So that money went to stuff that he needed. I already was buying his clothes. I had to pay rent where I sleep at anyway. I had to pay electricity where I sleep at anyway. I had to pay my car. I need something to drive. It's not a dad's job to pay for
I get
your
that.
fucking Range Rover you want to drive or your
I
2024
get that.
car when you can get your ass to 2016 and have no payments. He don't have to support your lifestyle. It's for the child.
I agree with
So
that.
Tasha
I
said,
agree
the
with that.
money should
All
go
I'm
directly
saying
to the care
is,
of the child. I agree.
yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. Ditto, ditto, ditto. I'm just saying when you seriously think that's like you are somebody's business partner and all the bills for the month is $5,000, but you only can give me 100. Are you really a
25,
partner?
25 on it.
Huh?
You're not a partner. You're not a
Okay,
partner.
that's all I was thinking. I
You're
was
my
thinking about. I
employee.
get it.
That's what the hell I'm saying. But a lot of and I'm fair to hear what you're saying. But a lot of mothers, particularly black mothers, because I'm speaking from people that I fucking know, they live way
Right.
above their means, like way
I
above
get
what
that.
they can afford. And then they wanted to take the dad to court for child support and want him to fund your lavish lifestyle that you can't afford. The baby ain't really getting shit, but some clothes from Dollar General or DD's. But you're shopping at Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom's. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
there's so many, and it's
that's
probably in
real
other
talk.
cultures.
I'm
I'm not around
laughing,
too
but
much like that.
I get what you're
But yeah,
saying.
but yeah, I feel you. But in all actuality, if it was going to be split down the middle, they should have to show what they're spending each month on their child. I think that would be good. They do it in paternity court. I bought him this many cases
Mhm.
of milk and this many diapers, and he ain't seen my child in 2 years. And she tallied that shit up. Okay, you owe her $3,500. That's how much. Yeah, I think that's the real thing. But can a lot of mothers really show what they spending that money on, Wanda, before to even go to the court? Because they just base it off
That's
of your
true.
income,
No, I agree with
which is
you.
sad,
I agree with you.
But can you? But can they? But
You
would they
right.
be able to show it? If they had to show, they probably would get less than some people getting.
That's true. That's why
But
I
I'm
said
just
I
saying, I think
agree.
it should be that each parent is required to take care of specifics. You both are required to take a school products, clothes, shoes, school projects, or team events just for the child. Yep, I agree.
I agree. I agree. I
I
was just thinking
agree.
in terms of when you really think about the expenses,
About the
like when I see
50-50, you
people
really gonna do
complaining
50
about
50?
having to pay $100 a month for child support, and I'll be like, nigga, that's no money. Like, what are you
And they get
complaining
their
about?
child every other weekend.
Yeah, but I'm just
Because
saying,
it's
but that's
also
really no
determined.
money.
No, but I'm saying, and this the person that be complaining only see their child every other weekend. Because it's really going. It also goes off time spent. So I remember one
Yeah,
person I know, she didn't want the dad to have. He was paying her like a nice, good chunk of money because he made good money. But her friends got her ear, girl, he own a business and go do this and get more. So then he filed to have the child 50-50. What? They cut her shit down because now he has the child 50% of the time. It's not no 80-20.
yeah.
It's not every other weekend. So she bit off her nose and spite her face. You know what I'm saying? From being greedy. But so yeah, I agree with you, Tasha. If they did it like that, it wouldn't be that need for a lot of child support because I'm paying my share, you pay your share, and here we go.
All right, Khadijah, this is still attached to that. So when women are messing around with dudes, should they be thinking about what would happen if that's like when people
They
be hoping to get
procreate.
drafted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, can this person afford, if we had a baby together, to be able to help me with the baby? Or maybe I shouldn't be doing it with him because he broke and he can't help me because he ain't got no place to live. I'm just
And
saying.
he live in his mama's den. Yeah, absolutely. You can't expect the man that live in their mama den, what I'm saying, and drive their
That's
mama
real
car
talk.
when she at work and drop. You can't expect him to be a parent that's going to be able to financially support anything because he couldn't even take you out to eat. All y'all dates is at the house. I mean, so yeah, I think people have some unrealistic ideas of what I think people this is my opinion. They have a child and believe like a miracle is going to happen. Or this is going to turn him around and he's going to now get a job at 28 and make millions. And we're gonna raise this child together. Like I ain't worked this whole young adult life. Now because you're pregnant, he's gonna get a job to pay. No. I only
He
wish
been
that it
being
was a joint
taken care
effort.
of
I
by his
said if you
grandma.
can't provide, be present. Yeah. Tasha, I only wish that it was a joint effort. Oh,
Oh,
he took
sorry.
it off. I
No, go
said
ahead.
if
There
you
you go.
can't
It's like
provide,
a
be present. Yeah, if you can't provide, be present. Yeah, and yeah, you gotta provide and be present because you're not gonna sit in my face broke. Get your ass still. I'd rather not see your ass if you ain't got no money. Don't come over here broke.
I don't know how
Deal with the
women
child, but I don't want you to sit in my face present and in my pockets.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I don't know how people do it, work two jobs and they baby daddy home playing Nintendo. I still don't understand that shit, but hey, it ain't like he retired because
It
you
ain't
don't
for
like
me.
Negroes who have retirement and who've been working their whole life. You like a nigga to sit up under you and don't have no pension coming in or nothing. Nigga
And I
can't
think,
even be
and a
on
lot of that,
he can't even be on disability for being lazy. He can't even do that.
and I think a lot of that for me is a woman just wanting some people say any man better than no man. Bullshit. Bullshit. You ever see a little white baby? Bullshit. Bullshit. But yeah, got to be
Uh,
careful. Marsha White said, "I agree, but be careful who you choose to be the father of your child." Absolutely,
you
we
ain't
have to
never
be more
lied, sis.
selective. You have to be more selective, and you have to. This is the thing for me, and I'm gonna let it go. Some people be on a second and third child, and he's deadbeat to all three. Your fourth child's gonna make him do right. That's going you got the miracle coochie and the miracle baby that's gonna make this man get a job, and he ain't took care of the three kids that came before him. We live in a delusional world
Okay,
because sometimes, huh?
like Khadijah, do you really think women think they pussy is different than other women's pussy? Do women really believe that shit?
Absolutely. That be like a woman getting with a man that was a habitual cheater, but she got that good snatching. He ain't gonna cheat on me once he gets some of this wop. He gonna cheat on you more, bitch. Like yeah, because you already know
I
he's a
can't
cheater.
believe people be
We
believing
always
that
feel like we're going to be the one to change somebody. Black women think of white. Everybody think that we're gonna be the ones to change the man. You're not. He is who he is. His character has already been developed. He's been a bum since he left his mama house. He went from his mama house, moved in with his sister, moved in with his first baby mama, moved back to the mama house, moved in with his second baby mama, went and stayed with the grandma, then went and stayed with the who got a jail, who got Section 8 because he was in jail, so he came out Section 8, moved in with his uncle, moved in with his third baby, and then in the fourth one, you're gonna change him because you had these kids? Like it's delusional.
yeah.
That shit is delusional. It's delusional.
I don't want to be believing that shit, but women be talking like they
See,
shit. Vagina is vagina, y'all. I'm sorry. Some of it may feel
period.
differently, may smell differently, may taste differently. I don't know, but it's just pussy, and it's like having daffodils everywhere. You think your patch of daffodils is better than the one on the side of the freeway?
That's one.
All these motherfuckers is daffodils. I don't know how to explain
Mhm.
to tell you that no other kind of way, but I just feel like, oh my God. What do you do when you with somebody and this fool lies all the time? Like he just do outrageous lies. Do you bust the person out? Or do you just kind
Hell
of
yeah.
act like you don't hear him?
No, I'm be
Talk to
like,
these
well, you
people.
making that up. I'll be like, you making that up. That's a lie. Cause I can't sit around, like a nigga saying that he worked at Buckingham Palace and he was a guard. Like them kind of lies. Like you did not do that. I gotta call it a lie. Now some woman will sit there and stroke their man's ego, knowing this nigga lying, but they think any man is better than a lying man. I mean, a lying man better than no man. You know what I mean? Some people think that. And I remember I was gonna say when you said you think like your vagina is so different. I remember growing up hearing my mama and her people talk because they didn't talk in front of us. I'd be eavesdropping. A
Yep, me
stick,
too.
a stiff dick don't have no conscience.
I remember
So we
that.
felt once it get hard, whatever hole is close by, he gonna poke it, be it yours or somebody else. Now, not all men, but a hoe is gonna be a hoe is a hoe, a liar is a liar, a thief is a thief. They're gonna be themselves at all times,
Real
regardless of
talk.
how good it is. You can do all the summer's eve dishes you want. You can put all the aloe vera, all these little new scents they got out. They're gonna do what they do. Tasha said, call it out. But also, if you stay and entertain it, and it's almost about you than a lie. Yeah, it's more about you. Yeah. And some women are so desperate, they take that lie just so they can keep their man. Like, nigga, that did not happen. What do y'all do when somebody
I
lie
almost
and then co-sign?
wait, say it again.
Do when somebody's lying and then they want you to co-sign a lie?
Khadijah, now you know that's my pet peeve, fool. I would say you can lie
Everybody
all day, but you cannot put me in the shit. Don't be like, you remember that?
like,
No, boo boo, I was not there. I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't really care if you lied. Unless it's something detrimental, that's different. But if you lying about some actual facts, I'll be like, that you were not even there. And you gonna making up shit. Like, it's kind of like, but my thing is, what makes a person lie like that? Like, god damn, like, and I think part of it too, definitely mental, but I also think it's what happened to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a
dream
raisin in the
deferred.
sun?
I knew you was
I,
gonna say
I
that.
really believe that for some people, they watch TV all day at home and then they insert themselves in what they just
In the
seen, and then
episode.
they go tell that shit to people like we ain't seen the episode.
Yeah, that's true. I know people
Like,
who
dude,
would
we feel
describe
like
something and they'd be like, that was you just described the MacGyver episode. Or,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think people that lie a lot that are habitual liars, I think I think that they are lacking real life experience and activity. So they make up all the shit that they wanted to do when they was little.
I
You know
agree.
how when you little you play cops and robbers or you play beautician or you play this. I think when people get older and they haven't lived out any of the shit they dreamed about, They just start lying about it. They just start lying.
I agree. I
I
agree.
will say that never happened, so don't put me in that either. Yeah, she good for that. That's why I asked the question because I knew she'd be like, "Oh, no, lie on me.
No,
Don't put
no,
me in lie."
I can't.
I just laugh. I just be laughing
I
like
just be
this nigga
like,
is a liar.
but I also feel like, okay, this is my last question for you. I swear to God, we're gonna get off of here.
You
How
always
do
say
you
that. Go ahead.
feel about people who be like, say, they marry somebody and they kids, the kids from the first relationship don't like the person they married to? Are those children obligated to like that person?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And they shouldn't feel obligated to be liked because you don't really have a dog in the fight. These children were here before you were ever in existence. So you should just be humble and let them come around if they do. Let them come around to liking you by the way you treat them, by their actions. You just can't incorporate yourself in somebody's life and then expect them to be cool with you. They have to be willing to accept you in because they didn't marry you. Their parent did. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
they don't have to accept you, but you need to sit back and play your position and hope they come around to liking you and saying, "Oh, my dad married somebody good, or my mom married somebody cool." You can't be so indignant that people have to accept you, or you feel like the children are doing a disservice by not knowing you. They don't need to know you. They just need to know their parent that you're married to. Have a relationship with them. I don't respect women who don't encourage their mate, or I don't respect men who don't encourage their mate to be in their children's life. I have zero respect for that. Zero. Because them children was there before you motherfuckers ever got together. So stop trying to infringe your relationship on the children. I
Sister,
see
what
it
you
all the
said
time.
that.
I see it
Mm,
all because
sister,
it's annoying. I see it. Your children need to call me daddy. They don't gotta call you shit. They got a dad. You
yeah,
married their mama, but you ain't their daddy. You know what I'm saying? And then depends. And also, I think it depends on how you got together. Because usually
I
kids
was
don't
gonna
be
say
all in
about
their
that.
mix like that. They don't always kids don't they just go along to get along. If you treat them cool, they treat you cool. But if you came in on some shaky, shady shit, they not messing with you. And they have the right not to mess with you. Period.
So Tina
If you
said
was
now
creeping
they
around my
shouldn't be
mama before
disrespectful.
if you was creeping around with my mama before she got divorced and my daddy was out at work and you was sneaking over while he had the rice mill or some shit and y'all fucking, I'm gonna never like you. If you was cheating with my daddy when mama was at work, at the Hyatt, I don't want to talk to you. You was creeping around with my married parent. Fuck out of here. Now, if y'all came along later in life, they was already separated and y'all got together. That's why my mom had already passed. I never had a problem with anybody dad dated. I didn't really give a fuck. Like my mom was gone. They been separated long before she passed away. So why I'm gonna throw this woman shade? She had nothing to do with my mom and dad relationship. Now, if
I
it
get
was a
that.
bitch you was messing with when they was married, I don't want nothing to do with you because you scandalous. So I think it all depends on how somebody gets with someone,
Mm.
but we cannot act like we have to have a position in people's life. And then I want to say, who the fuck are you that they gotta like you? Like who? You're not married to them. You married to their daddy or their mama. They don't owe you shit. Zero, zilch, nada. They don't owe you shit. And I think people be so arrogant in their ways that they want to force themselves, and you're gonna force yourself the wrong person, they're gonna cuss your ass out. I'm telling you. Then they're gonna say the kids being mean. But you overstepped your boundaries, sir, ma'am. Overstepped your boundaries.
So Khadijah, so
My
if
daughter.
you was a side
Oh yeah,
chick
I
and
thought that
then
was
you,
your last question. Come on.
no, it was.
I'm just
It's
playing.
related to that. So if you was a side chick and now you a wife, can you ever be redeemed from being a side chick?
Well, see, I would never be the side chick. That's a disclaimer. But no, I'm fucking with you. Once again, it depends on how you move because people grow up and mature. But it depends on all the ways you treated me when you first got with them or when you're with them. It depends because some women start off side chicks and don't never know. And the people could be separated. The man living a whole different life in a different state and you just didn't know. But then when you recognize that you were the side chick, you got to humble yourself because you played a part in the demise of something and you're the enemy in the child's eye. So okay, some redeeming can be done. It's going to take some time. It will be a hard, tough journey. Exactly. It's going to take some time, but it's not an automatic fix. Like I'm married to him now. I was the side chick, and now I'm your mama. Bitch, if you don't get out of here, I cut somebody out. So I really, I'm being honest. So I think,
Yeah.
and I remember a time when side chicks was a side chick because they sat on the side and shut the fuck up. Side chicks are so vocal now. And they so proud of being a side piece. And then they want to have the same respect and rights as the wife or the same or the side niggas who they know they woman got a man and the man may be in the military and when he gone you over there living it up working off his, driving his car on his pension. You know what I'm saying? Then she divorced her man to get with you. The kids ain't got no respect for you. There's levels to it. So can the side chick become a wife and redeem herself? It takes a lot of hard work because you was the side piece. And a lot of times people don't even eat they fucking sides. They put it in the trash. So you really trashy. So it depends. It'd be a
You
hard work.
really
What's going
never,
on, brother? One gone.
yeah. They usually never trust the person they did dirt with, though. They never. That's
Oh
a
yeah, they
hard. I
be
mean,
they
that's a
be so
rarity.
insecure. And
Yeah.
you remember the old saying, the same way you got them be the same way you lose them? Side chicks be territorial. They won't even let them visit their fucking kids by themselves. I'm gonna sit in the car. They be so territorial. Oh, hold on one second.
They be paranoid. Yeah, they be so paranoid, Khadijah. You're absolutely right about that. Tasha said the children has parents, everyone else is not the parent. I agree with that, Tasha.
Say that one more again. Say that again. I agree.
I
Everyone
agree.
should know their
Everyone should know
position.
their position.
Absolutely.
Khadijah said
And
that all the
this,
time. Know your
yeah,
position.
know your
Remember?
position.
He always says
We
that.
did a whole, whoever family on here, I love y'all, but we had a whole thing about a family reunion when somebody that was married in was trying to call shots and be disrespectful, and they was only in the family through a marriage certificate. Bitch, fall back and let the bloodline do what they do. Know your position. You don't see the fucking quarterback trying to be the running back. You don't see the guard in basketball trying to be the person that bring it down the court.
The
Everybody play
center.
their position. If you're a side chick that is now the mother, support your husband in supporting his children. You don't get to have a say about shit they doing because it's not your child. Sit back and mind your business. Everybody got to play their position and play their part. But I see so many women who are not humble and want to throw themselves in people's family pyramid. And you're not in my pyramid, bitch. This is the pyramid, and you want to sign like a dash. You're not a part of my pyramid. Play your part. I
You
get
said you only
really in
sound
my
like a
feelings
dad.
on this. Hey, bitch, you like an extension to the side with the daddy, nigga, or an extension to the side with the mama. But you're
Um,
not a parent. And unless the children are living in a home with you and you waking up, taking them to school, you buying them clothes, even then you're still playing a supporting role. You don't get to make decisions on what they do. That's really up to the custodial parent. It's not up to you. I don't know if y'all seen this clip going around where the biological mother went to the house with the new wife and husband because she had spanked her daughter. I don't know all the background. And she live in my house. I'm a spanker. I probably would have stolen her. I'm dead ass serious. Because she got a whole mama and the daddy. And the dad said, I gave her permission to
yeah.
spank. If you're home, then you deal with it. That's your child. I don't need her hitting my daughter because sometimes women are very vindictive when it's not their biological children. So you might
That's
hit her
right.
a little bit too hard. You might be looking for a reason to be punitive with her, and I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I don't. I thank God I don't have to go through that. But I think if the father's there, let the father discipline him. If the mother's there and it's a boy, let call his daddy. Your stepdaddy don't need to do nothing because he not even like your fucking child. He stomach him because he with you.
Mm.
Call his biological father. If his father is active, call his uncle. But you don't put your hands on nobody's child if they're not yours. Unless you raised them since birth and that's you the only mama they know. But if they got a mama they visit at the weekend, call their mama and say, she getting really smart over here. She doing this. I talk to the dad, but you don't never think you're gonna get a strap and whoop my child. And you the new wife. Girl, we would have won viral for ass whooping on that day. She would have won viral for that. Hell, knock on the door. She'd open that door out and cracked her in the mouth. Real life. I'm dead ass serious.
No,
Real life.
I agree, Khadijah. I agree. I just feel like I don't know. You date somebody, do you check to see if they gonna like your kids? Because I think a lot of women don't give a fuck if somebody like their kids or not, as long as they get some dick in the bed. I don't think
Long
they
as they
really
like
think
them.
about it. Yeah, you know,
Long as they like them. Yeah,
I don't
and
think they.
I think it's a good. I think it should be if you're going to be dating somebody that's going to be long term. Bring it. That don't mean he should come to your house, hang with your kids. Go out to golf with your kids. Go to bowling. See how they interact with your children. Because people show you signs all the fucking time that they don't like your kids by how they talk to them, the way they. Because I'm a very visual person, so I'm looking at how people cut. I'm looking at all that shit matters to me. How you respond to them, how you cut your eyes, all of that. But so many people are so desperate to be in these fantasy relationships, and you think just
Mhm.
want a prize when he done divorced his wife of 17 years and she done divorced her husband of 20 years, but you gonna come fix both of them. It's the reason why they divorced. So I think everybody just needs to play their position, and women shouldn't be so quick to bring people around their children. Even the man or woman, because a lot of women leave their husband and all of a sudden they gay. Girl, you ain't never ate no coochie, you ain't never liked no girls, none of that shit. And now this man broke your heart and you a carpet muncher. Girl, get out of here. But they think women don't abuse children, don't like children. That's bullshit. Your mate should know. Your children should be able to be around your mate to know who they are. Women aren't always safe, and men aren't always safe. And I think sometimes we throw our children into
I agree.
situations. That's why you see all this fucking abuse where they get with you and brainwash your stupid ass, and you're just happy he going half on the bills, or he buying you whatever you need, and they beating your child, locking them in a closet, starving them. That shit don't just happen overnight. There was signs there all the
Yeah.
time. Snatching him by his arm, talking
Yep.
rude to him. How a person talks to your child is how they feel. If every time they're talking to your child, it's in a demeaning way, aggressive way, an angry way, they don't like your fucking child. Period. They don't
Yeah.
like your child. They're stomaching them because they with you, but they don't like your child. You tell them to come here and he snatch you up. What you snatching? I'll beat your ass. Like I'm really that one that will beat you up. Like straight up. Don't do it. So I just thank God I don't have to go through that. My hand, my heart go out to
You said
anybody that
straight
do.
up, don't
Seriously,
do it.
because I think a
I'm
lot of
so sorry.
people are lacking ass whoopings. Ass whoopings went out the way for kids. And I'm not saying abuse your kids, but when they used to discipline their children, that's what a belt or whatever the hell you're doing, all the discipline went out. Even checking somebody who disrespects you or ass whoopings have went out the window across the board. So people get really brazen and brave with their mouths and shit because people don't give out ass whoopings no more. They used to bring the ass whoopings
Tasha
back.
said your,
Nina
Tasha said
McClain
your
said, "Beat
kids
that
and
ass." Your kids
oh,
can
you see the
sense
one
when the
before
person
it?
isn't right. Yeah, they can sense it. Your kids can sense when the person isn't right. Absolutely.
Even
Elisa said
babies do
facts.
that.
Yeah, it's just
Babies meet people and be like, ugh, that mean they ain't right. Babies can see
yeah,
energy that
and
we
you
can't
better watch
see.
your baby. Especially if it's a
I agree.
happy baby that's always happy. They don't want to go to this person like, check the energy because the baby ain't feeling them. And babies are
Yeah, they
very
are.
intuitive, and they can't talk, so they only go off energy and sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I think side chicks that become wives should just sit the fuck back on the sideline
How,
and shut
how
up.
how long after a breakup or a divorce you think the person should wait before they start dating again?
It depends. It depends. Because some people
Mhm.
only be married for 22 days and shit get an annulment. Like, what you waiting on? You didn't even know. So I think it depends. You know what I'm saying? And it also depends on your
Right, that's
mental
true. So stupid.
maturity and what trauma you have. Because sometimes you get out of the relationship and then you rush into another one and the problems repeat themselves because you never healed or never faced the trauma or never faced whatever the reason was why y'all are not together anymore. You just
Right.
jump into the next shit. And it could very well be you. You could be, running the person off with the way you act or your behaviors. You know what I mean? Then you get with the man to do it all over again, or you get the woman to do it all over again, and then y'all done. So I think it depends on your level of maturity and if you really unpacked and dealt with the shit that got you divorced in the first place.
Okay.
And some people say the way to get over a man is to get under another one. Some people have that philosophy. They get divorced on Monday. It's a new nigga in the house on Thursday. That happens. Nobody's really courting anybody anymore. People don't really go on dates. People don't really get to know people's friends and family. You meet a nigga off of Facebook, you meet somebody in the club, the next thing you know, he at your house, y'all sexing, y'all ain't even texting, and then y'all just together. You don't know this nigga got a criminal record of child abuse, watching child pornography. You don't know this fool had an arrest for selling cocaine out of his mama house. We just don't know what they got because you didn't take any time to court him. You never met any of his friends. You see all his fucking friends got prison tattoos. You know what I'm saying? He don't speak to his mama because we don't even know
Mm.
these people. You know what I'm saying? We just get in a relationship and then we just run with it like this is going to solve all of our problems. Nobody's courting anybody anymore. Tasha said it depends on where you are. You may have been divorced relationship, but not legally. So it's just at your own pace. Yeah. I know people that have never divorced and they live with a whole somebody else for like 20 years. Like they just don't never get divorced. That's crazy. That's because they are desperate. Yeah. Desperate and lonely. I agree. I couldn't meet Lance Dorton until we were together. So exact. See what I'm and y'all have a beautiful relationship, Elisa. And that's what I'm saying. You can't rush your children to meet or interact with the new mate because you're interacting with them. They have to get to know that person. They should be worthy to meet your child. Your child is very sacred. Your child is like very fragile. So every person that you date should not meet your damn child until you guys are really serious and know this is what you're gonna do. And I think sometimes we prematurely introduce our children to people that we have we're not going to be with long term, and we probably know it. I would never, I'd never had these, but I would never have a one night stand and then wake up and cook breakfast and my child at the table and some shit like. Who is this, mama? I don't know. Like, who does that? So yeah, I don't know.
How long should
But
it be?
and
So what is
Elisa, I really want to get you and your husband on the show, or maybe just you or your boyfriend. I'm not sure. I know y'all on the way because I just love how you guys work as a unit and as a team, young Black entrepreneurs. We really got to get y'all in here. Del Anthony and his fiance too. I think we need to start showing more authentic, genuine Black love, so we can stop thinking this reality TV shit is Black love. That shit is not real. And if y'all really look at them, they shit is all toe up, embezzlement. This person got a baby over here cheating. That is not real life, y'all. That's a scripted TV show. What advice do you give young parents who get scolded by family for having discipline in the household?
I was getting
Well,
ready to
if you're
ask
not in
that.
my household, you gotta just mind your business. As long as it's not punitive. Um, if you're not in my household and I discipline how I discipline. As long as I'm not abusing the child, and discipline doesn't always mean whoopings. It could be taking away, electronics. It could be not restriction. I would just say discipline the way that you see fit best for your household because there's no clear line of discipline as long as it's
That's
not
right.
abuse. Everybody got to mind their business. If you're not in my household, mind your business. That's what
Because
I say.
they ain't gonna be the one going up there putting money on their books. And
Sure,
don't
they ain't
nobody
gonna be the
want to
ones at
do
the
that.
goddamn teacher conference when they getting kicked out of school because you're not disciplining at
Yep.
home. They ain't
That's
gonna
real
be
talk.
sitting at juvenile hall court with you. They're not, so yeah, you gotta just do what's best for you and your household. And everybody just gotta fall back. And sometimes I'm not even being funny. Some older parents should shut up because they didn't do the best job disciplining. So y'all really should just be taking notes like, damn, I could have did that differently. They should do that instead of trying to critique
I
and
get it.
criticize because they didn't do the best job. Some older people.
So, Khadijah, what if you met the person's parents and you couldn't stand their parents? Then what you do?
Well, I probably couldn't be with you. It depends. Like I was engaged before, and I loved his father. Did not like his mama. Oh, the mama was she was too clingy with the son. I just did not like her. We didn't wind up lasting anyway, but I don't know if I could get. It depends on why I don't like them. If I don't like them just because the culture is different, or if they're like mean and invasive, and you're welcome, Elisa. If they're mean and invasive and always putting their 2 cents in, I probably couldn't be with them because I need a man to be a man. I don't need your parents running my relationship. So if it's something like that, I probably couldn't be with you. But if I didn't like your mama because she don't like the way my hair look, I don't give a shit. I'm not marrying her. I wouldn't care. I would tell them they're a lane, so turn your turn signal on and get out of mine and back into theirs.
So do
Hey,
you do
Tasha,
you
I'm right there.
do you think mothers make or break a relationship though? Somebody's mom, or is
No,
it
I
different
don't
for
think so.
sons than it is with daughters? Because daughters will defy their fucking mama in a minute. Be like, I ain't fucking my mama, I'm with my
Yeah,
nigga.
and I,
But men
and
don't always do that. Sometimes they be trying like,
yeah,
oh my mama, because they depend on their goddamn mama.
yeah, but we know somebody that picked their wife over their mama. But anyway, you
No,
know what I'm
that's true.
talking about.
I didn't
So it
think
does
about
happen,
that.
but I think it really just depends on the dynamics of your relationship if the mama can make and break it. Because like I said, if they're running my relationship, I don't want no mouse of a man. I don't want your mama. Let me call baby, can we let me call my mom and see what she think. Nigga, I'm not asking your mama this. I'm just between me and you. That kind of shit, it would ruin it for me. If every time we do any kind of
You
decision,
said,
you
nigga,
gotta
I
call
ain't
your
asked your
mama,
mama. Yeah,
that would end it for me. But but then on the flip side, if you're planning on having children with these people, with this person, and that's going to be your children's grandmother, do you want that headache of dealing with their ass? I don't know if I would want that. I don't know if I would want that. So I guess it's a case by case, in my
yeah.
opinion.
That's why I just looked down on the
Well, what
phone.
about you? What about you? Could you marry a man and his parents? And
No, no. It depends on how close they are to their mom, but I know if she's a real supportive part of the person's life, then the answer is no, because he's known her more
that
than
part.
me. But the truth of the matter, Khadijah, I tend to hook up with people whose mamas is dead already, so I don't even have to worry about. No, for
Well, we have that age now where some of the parents is we at not all the way
that's
up and down
fucked
my
up.
life. We at
Somebody
that
tell
age
me,
now where
wait a minute. Somebody tell me they mama dead. I'm like, I'm gonna take a second look at you. But I mean,
that is something. Excuse me, Tasha said establish boundaries. But I'm gonna tell you, Tasha,
no,
with some men, there are no boundaries with their mama because their mama is
yeah, but
like
they
their first
mamas there.
love, and it's like, yeah.
Woo.
So sometimes it's not that easy. But if you can
Yes,
establish
Lord.
boundaries, great. I really couldn't. God, I can't
Yes,
stand
Lord.
them.
No, I'm sorry. That just
I
no, no.
cannot.
I thought about the two people in particular and three, and I was like, wow,
Marsha
they,
said,
their
"X
moms
did I
moved on to glory. Their mom is on one on the glory. But I'm so sorry. That just,
glory?"
because I can't because I'm so
It's
woman
cool.
centered. I'm not about to fight no woman for their child. Not fucking doing it.
I'm
If
either.
if your mama
And
don't
I'm
like
not
me,
competing with you for your
ain't
child. Go
gonna
ahead and
work.
do it.
Yeah, because she come about like I watch a lot of African movies. The way they people's mamas be acting, shit. I be in jail.
And you know me, I got the cuss out gene, and I do not want to
Hey,
disrespect
me
my future
too.
mother-in-law. So we probably cannot be together because I'm gonna let her ass have it. So it's best for me. Yeah, like I said, I was engaged to somebody. I did
She is
not like
not
his
gonna be
mama.
taking over my kitchen.
Did not
She
like
said,
his
I
mama.
can't even
His
cook
dad was
that
cool as
good.
hell.
She said, I can't even cook that good, but she
He
ain't
ain't
gonna take
finna
over my kitchen.
have my kitchen stinking.
Sorry, girl.
Sorry, y'all, but
But
yeah, but yeah, yeah.
that was a good
And it's funny
that's a
because
good
the
segment to
person I
laugh
was
on because
engaged to, I got along with all of it. I loved his siblings. I loved his nieces and nephews. Loved his
yeah,
dad was the chillest man ever.
men are
That
always
damn mama
cool,
though,
but
that mama
women,
was way too much. We didn't wind up laughing anyway, but that mama, I could have felt a cuss out coming for her.
she act like
And I
she
was
gonna tell
younger
me
and
how I'm
way
gonna live
more
my life.
immature. Mm-mm,
You know,
mm-mm.
you gonna tell me how I'm gonna live my life? Excuse me, you about to get your ass
I
cussed
cussed
out,
her ass straight
huh?
up. Lisa, I said I was gonna try not to cuss. I did better this time. I was telling Lisa earlier that I'm gonna try not to cuss this episode, but it's hard. Sometimes only I can only use an adjective that is a cuss word. I'm sorry because it just fits in the moment, but I'm working on
but
it. I'm working on
Khadijah, it's
it.
funny when you think of things that can break up your relationship or affect it. People in some cultures they really recognize mothers, but it's that in some cultures, moms are so impactful because they really determine how their sons roll. Like, you know what I mean? Like, well, my
Hmm.
mom, and she may have to come help. No, not in my culture. Mamas don't move in your house. Like, not in my culture. Maybe my
Your
mama
mama
could,
come
she
and
was
help
here.
care for the baby in the first 6 weeks or so, and then they
Yeah.
take their ass home. She don't need no mother-in-law quarters. She got her own spot. Like, what are we doing here?
But if your mom is a straight,
But no,
if
that
your
is
mom
so
is a
true.
straight bitch, like I just not gonna be able to do it. Like I'm for like, and cause I leave you roll with women. I'm a roll with women. I'm cool. But sometimes I'll be like, no, can't do it. Cause your mama's about to
Hmm.
get cussed out. I ain't the one. I don't believe in that shit
Straight
at
up.
all. Like I just
Lisa said, "No warm, no follow." I'm the same way. Yeah, you have to be. And they always
yeah,
say two women can't live in a household together. So your mama got her
that's
household
what's
that
up.
she's governing, and this is my spot right here.
See,
She's welcome to visit, but she got to go home.
but that's why I don't understand how women can be sharing one man and still be in the same house. I really don't understand that concept. I don't.
And
I
we're
don't.
never going
But
to understand it. And I
yeah,
guarantee you, in that household, there is conflict, there is hurt feelings, there is jealousy. They make the shit look cool. Like she has him on these nights, and I have him on these. Them motherfuckers being there, probably battling, rude to each other, slamming cabinets. That shit does not. That's why the man has one penis and the woman has one vagina, and they go together. If he's supposed to have hella woman, he'd have three, four, five dicks sticking out. He don't got all of them. One hole, one stick. That's it. Just my opinion.
I
I'm
also think
just
they
being
be
honest.
poisoning the pool. I think they be poisoning the man. I really do. That's why they be aging so much because they be putting all kind of tea
And
and
and I,
spitting glass and shit in his food. Women
you
is
know what?
vindictive as
Too.
shit,
And I
huh?
think too, the women that are down with that are women that was already sharing their man.
I agree.
Like
I
like
agree.
he's been cheating the whole time, so we might as well bring him in the bedroom because he's cheating anyway. Well, you gonna cheat away from me? Get your ass up out of here. We broke up. You know, I always say that we broke up. Yeah, it's a lot of rule
Well,
breakers for me.
we knew somebody who had a bunch of wives and all of them was on welfare, and he had them on the mantelpiece like they all were his clients.
He did an
These are
interview
people.
with one of
These
the
are people that
newspapers and said
he
that,
helped.
yeah, and they were his children and his wives. I so forgot about that. Ooh,
I was like, this nigga, and the women were proud to do it. They was all
they were
like them,
happy to be that. They was happy to be that fifth, sixth, and seventh wife. You out your damn mind.
and the man was older than
Mm-mm.
God. The man was hella old. So I don't know what kind of penis he was dealing with. He must have been taking Viagra, super Viagra, and ultra Viagra. Because I don't
Well,
know.
he wasn't. He was doing all of that, but he was also they got welfare, and then he put them up in different places. They thought they was living a life. They got a man that come over, sex them down once a week. They know where he at the other days because all the wives had days. So they knew where they man was at. They didn't give a damn. Some women are
Uh,
really cool with that.
that shit was
Seriously.
crazy as hell.
You got me up. I'm
Oh,
having a
I'm
whole
thinking
heat
back
flash.
on
Lord
this shit.
forgive
I'm
me,
like,
y'all.
man, I said, wait a minute,
This
these is we got to
this
go.
menopause is
These is
killing me.
clients. What the fuck? These is wives and children. Poor niggas. Sorry, that's how Mama feeling.
Eh, these niggas and the women who choose them. Because he didn't have
Yeah,
just one kid by these people. He had multiple children over decades with these goddamn
yeah,
slow ass women.
yeah,
He had a whole
yeah.
goddamn tribe.
We need to write a book about that experience because that would be like like our book, like the nigga who did everything. We need a book called
The nigga who
the
been everything. We
the
have
niggas who what?
somebody we know, y'all. The nigga who's been everything. We
Oh
have
yeah, the niggas
somebody we know, y'all, that he has been everything in
everything.
the world, from a president to a marksman, what you call the motherfucker that shoot people off, an assassin, to a military captain, to a pilot, to a firefighter, to a professional basketball player, to a lifestyle. He's been every fucking thing in this
That
world.
nigga
So
been
we
to the
going to write a
moon.
book called "The Nigga Who's Been Everything." That's our book title. Don't nobody steal it.
Wait.
Copyright it. My dad's twin has 14 kids by 11 different women. Damn. Woo!
Damn. Hey, that's a book
But
right there,
I'm
sis.
gonna tell
That's
y'all,
a book.
my
That's a book.
my husband's father, God rest his soul, he had 26 children. I don't know
Yes,
how
he
many
did.
mamas, but he had
Yeah.
26 children, lived to be
I
94.
was the music
Music
producer,
producer,
actor.
actor, wasn't failed out chopper. Like this nigga has done everything. You know,
Yeah.
I'm every time we talk, well, we look like here. This nigga go with a story. He about to make up a career. And
You
if
think
you and
it's
this
so
type of person, if you say you done something, you say, I just made this dress. Well, I used to be a seamstress. Like, oh, now this nigga so. Like, whatever you do, he has done it.
yeah.
And it's, I know everybody
You're
got
like,
somebody that's crazy. Yeah,
why?
he is a
You know
wild
what I
dog.
mean? Like, why? So I'm gonna I would want to know,
Like,
Sister Scott, with your 14 kids and the 11 baby mom, I would want to know every story to how he met each one of them. See, I'm fascinated about shit like
right.
that. Like did he like
Was
walk out
any
the
of them
house one day
friends or
and met them?
sisters?
I would want to know that. She said she crying. Me and Khadijah, we be dying on this though. Like this is
I'm telling y'all,
ooh, I want to
I'm
know
gonna
that.
start
I really do
secretly
want to know that.
recording his ass. I'm gonna start secret recording him to get stuff for our book. He is a trucker.
Oh,
He got some cross country babies. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense.
oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I get it.
Oh,
Dropping a little
oh
load in
my
every
God.
city. I get it.
Uh, you get the stories because I feel like,
Yes. My
you know,
dad was
like,
a cross country truck driver, so
yeah,
don't tell
so
him how many kids he probably got this
mm,
motherfucker.
I always feel like this. Did they bump into each other in the supermarket? Did they meet over the CB? Did they meet at a restaurant?
Was
Did he
I'm
order
sure
some
somebody he
coffee?
went to school with at first. I bet you some of
Huh?
the early ones he went to school with, or they was. I bet you the
Yeah.
earlier ones, like the older children, they went to school with, lived in the neighborhood. Then as he
It's
got to
always some
traveling,
yeah.
no goddamn
There's
telling.
something
And probably
about
some,
there's
and
just
I
something
bet
about
you
the story.
some of them women are probably friends, guaranteed,
Yeah.
if they live in the
Please
same
ask your
place.
daddy. I just feel like it's just interesting to know the stories. Because I think we don't we just like, oh yeah, all these kids. But it's like, how'd you meet all these damn people? Like, how did you, meet and ask him why it didn't work? Like, was it like, was the women crazy? He wasn't ready to commit. Maybe he needed to move on. I would want to know how they met and how they like why they didn't
Some
make
of
it.
them are friends. What did I tell you? She said yes. Some of them are friends. I'm telling you, because there's some people we were. Well, I went to school. I'm not gonna say his name on here because he's passed now. But sixth grade, he had somebody pregnant in the sixth grade, right? Junior high, he had her old best friend when we was in elementary together. She was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So his two first kids, they mamas was best friends. Like, how the hell did that happen? You know what I mean? Like, and the thing about it with her uncle, I'm not sure her uncle, but some men will tell women like, I don't want to settle down and I don't want to do, and they still will have babies with people,
That's crazy.
more than one.
That's just crazy, Khadijah. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. But I love it. I love a good story. I do.
Right.
I love a
My
good story,
When
and I
Martin
want to
Luther
know the
King
story. Huh?
The Kings won. So Yasir said when he sent it to you, he seen your coupon.
I'll be up there
Oh Lord,
tomorrow.
Elisa, you are next week's topic. Now I want to know this. I want to know this episode exactly. I think that'd be good. Like,
I do. I just
yeah,
feel
I
like
think
there's
it's
such good
interesting.
stories in it. You know what I mean? Just such good stories. And so
He
you
probably
can't
got
get
some good
away from
story
them
to tell.
storylines. And I think, and it's just, oh, I gotta look at this. I also feel like it's just good to know the stories. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
I just want to know those stories. I heard stories with the person we talking about. He met somebody and he was in DC, and that I met one of his kids years later and was like, "You look like, oh, yeah, that's my dad." What? Like, you know what I mean? Oh God.
I tell my son all the time, if he's dating anybody, we got to know who they people is because your grandfather had 26 goddamn children, and all of them had children. They had children. You were not about to marry your double cousin or your cousin or some shit, and your baby come out with an eyeball right here, nigga, and no teeth. We're not, no teeth, and they grown. We're not. We got to know who the people is, so you do not marry one of your. I will definitely get this info so we can double back next week. Yeah, I'm curious to know too. I'm curious to
Me
know
too,
too.
because I
This
just
was an
think it's,
interesting
man,
show. It was all over the
it was,
place.
it was. I love when we just go and just talk about stuff we all be wanting to really know. We go over the little hot topics and then we be out. Really,
Tasha
absolutely.
said,
What?
hold on.
Go
Tasha said, I'm already coming up with my own conspiracy theories about this, and I don't even know you, Lord.
Hey, one
Hey,
last thing that
shit.
I know we didn't mention it. And then we gonna really get off for real because it's a damn near o'clock. Do you have any thoughts on P Diddy?
No, like, we're used to being in the music industry. We seen a lot of shit. We seen a lot of grooming. We seen a lot of niggas that do anything to get put on. So I don't think
Yep.
he drugged all these people. I think some people were willing participants to get on. I think this nigga went too far and got really nasty and grotesque with it. So I believe some of this stuff could be true. Once again, y'all know what I'm gonna say. I don't really care because I don't know P. Diddy, but I believe it's some truth. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And Diddy was kind of feeling himself. And people will do anything to get put on, and
Uncomfortable.
everybody didn't become a star like some of the people from Bad Boy. And these are the people that we're hearing about now.
Mm.
One person said he told on him because he didn't pay him. So if he would have paid you your money, you would have shut up about all the shit he was doing. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but like I said, we used to be around a lot of industry people, and they do a lot of nasty, weird shit to get
Hmm.
put on. And when people get a little bit of power, they really do some nasty, weird shit. All the shit they fantasized about and they watched on Pornhub, and they want to do all of that shit. And a lot of people, and I'm gonna say this, a lot of people looked up to Hugh Hefner, especially in the rap culture. Everybody had a video with those red silk robes on. And so if you watch the Playboy Chronicle, whatever the fuck that shit else, they did some really
Yeah.
nasty shit to these
He
people.
did.
They killed people. They did all kind of shit. So we're emulating the people that we see because we think we've made it now. A lot of that shit with Diddy is probably true because
Yeah.
he's emulating shit that he's seen and stuff he's always dreamt about doing. But he was a little big head, nappy headed nigga at the school, and nobody really because P Diddy was not popping when he was young. He's funny looking, he real
Right.
scrawny. You know what I'm saying? So nobody was really checking. But you
Hmm.
never hear people saying he dated this person before he was Diddy. Nobody wanted that nigga. We was back then. Nobody was checking for Diddy like that until he became Sean Puffy Combs, and there, people wanted him. But so I believe when he got a little bit of power, he had every girl that wouldn't date him before he would get with them now and use their ass up. And that's my same thing I think with Kanye. People say he crazy. He makes his wife dress like a fucking streetwalker. She always looks disgusting. She always got
You
on
call it
barely any clothes.
sleepwalker?
And I think he does it. I think he does it to show how far white women will go to be with a black celebrity. Because he degrades her so much. Listen, anyone down south or on the East Coast, I don't want to know because LOL, because they are probably family. My grandma on my dad's side has 17 kids. I'm like, yeah. You better get that D. And thank God, Diddy. Yep, we got another 30 minutes in this. She said we got another. Right? Yeah, Diddy. I do. Alicia says, yep. Outside the unfortunate behavior he was doing, I have to figure out the Sir Rock issue behind him. Right? No, yeah. I think Diddy did a lot of gross shit. I believe some of it,
I
even
did
though it's
too. I
allegedly.
feel
I
like,
believe it's a lot of truth
yeah.
to a lot of it.
I also think he kind of
I really
also
do.
uncovered this culture of really not just degrading women, but treating us like shit. Because I think he's really gay. And I felt like a lot of these men, instead of just being gay, they would just use
They
women,
abuse
but treat
women,
us like shit because they're not us.
abuse them. Yep.
You know what I mean? And I feel like
They
that
have
came
vagina
out.
envy. I
Yeah.
think a lot of these men have vagina envy, and that's why he always want to be seen with the woman. You know, I agree. I agree 100%. I agree 100% what you said, and that's why when you hear things like the men not saying, I haven't heard him saying that he beat anybody ass, any men's ass. He was whooping the
They said
woman's
he
ass,
shot
breaking
somebody
jaws,
though.
breaking noses. Yeah, but that was in the club. This nigga was trying to be hurt. But I'm saying the men that they say he drugged, you don't hear him saying he broke their jaw. He wasn't fucking them up physically. He was whooping these women's ass
Yes.
allegedly.
When he
So
broke
I,
Kim
you know,
Porter's
that's
nose.
hate. That's hate.
Yeah, he
How do you
broke Kim
guys feel
Porter's.
about Young Miami? Is that the girl that was working with him, Elisa? That's supposed to be getting the wife
Yes,
the
that's
pickup
that's
game.
the that's the
That's
bottom
isn't she one
bitch.
of the
That's
sis?
the handler.
Yeah.
No, for real, she was a
Well,
handler.
I
She is a bottom bitch.
I gotta get
Like
some.
I think she did it too, and I think her ass need to be in jail. I think all these people. I think Usher's mama need to probably do 30 days. I think all these Justin Bieber's parents should do 30 days. I think anybody, the bodyguard, Gene, thank you for giving information. I think you need to do 30 days.
Should.
I think
Mm-hmm.
all these niggas need to do the 30-day plan because I feel like it's a bit ridiculous that we get to have these big predators in our community, but they are protected and
For
insulated so well,
decades.
and you need people to do that.
For decades. Diddy didn't reign for just 2, 3 years. This is decades worth of abuse that people shut the fuck up and got their paycheck and kept it
Yeah,
moving. I don't feel no
yeah.
sorrow for Young Miami. I think,
Me neither.
she is
Me
who she
either.
is. She was a city girl. City girls up. Their whole thing was about rob a nigga, drug a nigga. That whole culture, Cardi B, all of their whole culture was drug a nigga. Do so
30
anything bad
days.
that happened to them, that's what the fuck they get. Lock them all up. I'm with you,
Yeah.
Elisa. She needs to be locked up for sure. He knew she was nasty. Exactly. She came. That was her whole persona when she came out. So he went and got somebody that was going to be okay with the ratchet. Probably didn't mind getting pissed on. You know what I mean? Didn't give a shit because she wanted to be had the money was more important. And how many women do we know, honestly, y'all, this day and time that we know who wouldn't let a nigga do whatever for $250,000 a month? They ain't let a nigga do whatever because they deal with a
But he,
nigga now who don't get them $250 a year and they still
but,
cover up all his misdeeds and nasty shit. So she should
but
be
he gonna
locked up
pay his
too.
producer go, but offer his producer $20,000. The nigga said he wanted
Yeah, he
50.
out of pocket.
I don't know. But wasn't it interesting to see our dude's name up in there? Ain't my dude, but because I didn't like him no way. The one that showed me the money. What's his name? Cuba Gooden Jr. His name then came up in some shit. He in there.
But remember
He in the
his name
lawsuit.
came up before the but his name came up, but he already had a lawsuit for rape or something like
That
that
was some white
before
person
Diddy
in the
even came back
club.
out.
This came up in the
Yeah, so
dude. Like the
but I'm
he was
saying,
trying
but
to do
he's
it to
been
the
a little.
dude.
But it's true because this already nigga already was a predator. He went to court for that. We got some things. Tina McClain said you can't possibly do all this shit and not have people help, and they all need to be locked up. I agree, and I agree. And I know too many women that would do it. Me too. Cuba seemed weird. All he yeah, Cuba Gooden Jr. was always weird to me.
Yes,
He was always a
yes,
little
yes,
different. She said he has been in a lot of trouble for a while. I remember him in court acting crazy and everything. He's been. I wouldn't be surprised. And wait till they get
yeah.
into the bestiality when they got pictures of them fucking dogs and zebras and shit, because they did all of that.
But they said this fool
All of
had
that.
recordings all over their house, and he got all kind of compromising pictures with all kind of people, like executives, everybody in my. But people been saying
Celebrities,
this for years, though, y'all. In all
politicians.
honesty, but what made them listen now? That's what I want to know. What was the smoking gun that made them listen now?
And probably because he probably fucked one of these executive daughters or somebody something that we don't know because they're gonna protect her. He probably thought he was really up there and he could mess with one of their kids or somebody that they know, and they say, "Oh no, nigga, you done went too far right now. You do that with your kind. You ain't doing it with mine." That's why the Homeland Security wants that motherfucker out them taste me so they can get their picture out of there. He done did something to the wrong person, in my opinion. I don't think it has shit to do with Luke Campbell. It's because he did this and the record
Yeah,
the
that's what I
liquor
was
company.
thinking.
I
Even
don't think it has shit to do with any. I think he did something to
no.
somebody whose people is way up there, and they a white person, and they was probably like, that's the only thing I can think of because they ain't gave a shit about the shit he been doing for 3 decades or more decades allegedly. So why now?
Well, R. Kelly said he didn't do it.
R. Kelly, we seen your pissy ass
Of course,
on
this
tape,
nigga
so
gonna say
we
he
get
didn't
you.
do it. This retarded ass dude. Of course, he gonna say he didn't
If
do
it
it.
comes out that he killed Kim, that's going to be crazy. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. And they saying everybody that was
And
linked
it's
to him,
another woman.
huh? What you say?
There was another woman before Kim that they killed too. That's all
Yes.
in there. She
Yep.
was a big model. Yeah, I seen the whole thing.
Allegedly. Yep. And they saying like everybody, like Andre Harrell, like he had a part in. I wouldn't be surprised, y'all. I nothing surprises me in 2024. Nothing at all. Mm-mm.
I just say they
I
should
don't know.
start locking people up for even selling their kids or doing whatever. If there's some parents involved, they should all go to jail. I'm
Hmm.
sorry.
And I think, to be honest, y'all, I think Usher gonna be the one to just have a conscience one day and tell it all. So I was watching, excuse me, old interview, and they said, "Would you take your child to live with Puppy?" He said, "Hell no." Because we don't know what he suffered. That's why, we don't even know if his ex-wife really gave him herpes. That shit could have came from one of
Jesus
the
did
puffy parties. We
confession.
don't know. Allegedly,
So
Kim,
Jesus did
Baby D, J Black,
confession.
Tupac, Andre Harrell. Yeah, you right, Tosh. They naming a bunch of people. They throwing all of them in it. Yep. Yeah, and now everybody trying to. You see, y'all see Puffy go live talking about if you mess with me, then show me that you mess with me. If you silent, like boy, sit your ass
His
down.
ego
You ain't gonna
still
make
talking
nobody.
shit. It's his
I wouldn't
ego.
even act like I know you.
He's still that's his ego. It's
I
his
don't
ego
know.
talking shit. That's what's gonna get his ass in trouble right there.
Did y'all
That's
see that
gonna
one of
they
his
gonna
sons
get
just
that in
came up,
trouble.
got charged with raping? One of his sons got charged with rape or something like that,
Martin, yep.
and that's his son by Kim Porter. I think parents that allow their kids to be with people like that should be locked up. Yep, I agree.
I agree.
I
I
agree.
agree. And he looked like Kim Porter to me. I can see Puffy, but I really see his
A little
mom.
bit, yeah. He looked like his mama. Hmm.
Yeah,
And so do their daughters.
long neck and
Now, to
everything.
me, I
Yeah,
always question the way his daughters always look like they about to go strip. They was 15 and 16 years old in outfits that are not for 15 and 16-year-olds. His children are his daughters are very sexualized in their attire, and that's how you knew this nigga wasn't wrapped too tight. Cause why is they bellies out and they back and they in bikinis like they are young ladies? They mama they was like when their mom was alive, they wasn't dressing like that. As soon as she passed, they were highly
no.
sexual.
Mm.
I
Well,
don't
all
know,
right, y'all.
y'all.
We wrapping
We
it up.
love
We
it.
gonna be off here by 8 o'clock. So we about to get off right now.
Yes, we will.
Sis, y'all was a great show. I enjoyed talking to y'all. You know how I love a Sunday night conversation, child. What about you,
And
sissy?
Elisa, I'm gonna be contacting you to get you on here because I really want to just talk about all the things that you're doing. Your clothing line, your husband DJing, your all things indie podcast, and just all the stuff that you guys do. So I really want to get you. I want to really be highlighting young Black people that's doing shit real life because I just think we need to do it. Good night,
I agree.
Tasha, Tina. Thank y'all for tuning in. Elisa, whoever's out on here, we love y'all. Remember, do something special for yourself because you deserve it. And I holla. Good night, y'all.
Good night.